English guy.
Well, my name is Kurp, and I D.E.R.P. Oh, won't you come and derp with me?
Oh, welcome to the Derp with Kurp. It's an emergency final Derp of the year with my good friend Sam Tripoli, and of course my giant Nephilim engineer Mark, who's what is it, 8.5 feet tall? Something that is
It's pretty tall.
So insane to learn.
Yeah. You know you're tall when Kurt's calling you tall.
That is so tall, dude. What a crazy height.
Yeah, I'm at 6 foot and I'm the midget on the show.
Oh yeah, you are 6 feet. Yeah, well, I did Rogan yesterday, dude.
Stop bragging.
With my John Lilly outfit. Did I say my John Lilly outfit?
No.
It's in the thumbnail.
Is it? Okay, yeah. I really worked hard on it. It was his here, let me share screen here. One day on the Derp with Kurp, I'll share images, right? Or why don't you show?
It's really easy.
I know, but I don't know. Share screen.
Drag the picture to the address bar at the top where the plus is, and it will come up, and then share screen. Come on, dog. Someone gets it. I'm 6 inches with Abraham Lincoln hat on. I don't even know what that means, but I'm in.
What does that mean?
I guess he's talking about my dong size.
Yeah, well, that's a good average American size, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty proud of myself. Look at that, dude. That's amazing.
Let's see.
With the earring on, too? It's fucking fire.
Yeah, that's supposed to be John Lilly and his dolphin wife, who I think I named it Shoshana Rothman. My wife, Shoshana Rothman.
Keep going. Hold on. Someone's at the door. Keep going.
Oh, dude. What did you tell me you're researching, Mark? That was well, and let's leave this picture up too. Do not take this down because I think I speak for everybody. That's a great pic.
Thank you a little bit.
I had to shave my beard down for the Lily thing to be better.
I guess what I've been looking into lately is a fantastic book called Mind Control, World Control by Jim Keith. And it's a part of some work I'm doing on a particular university, Yale University. And yeah, MK Ultra. Oh, Sam's back.
Here, we make it big. We have to take down this beautiful picture of my John Lilly dolphin wedding for a moment. Let's see.
Dude, I'm reading this book right now.
Yeah, wait. That's I've seen the book, but I haven't.
It's fire, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's fire, and it gets into, you know, Matt was just on my podcast. Mark had just booked him, and he brought up Matt. How do you pronounce Matt's last name, Mark?
Matt Ehret.
Matt Ehret was just on the podcast, and he brought up how the Jack the Ripper murders are connected to the Greater Israel Project, and it's like,
wow.
Right? How? Well, it's all these secret societies and these ritualistic murders and stuff like that. But
I mean,
all over that.
But he goes much deeper. That, like, he's coming back to go deeper into that. But the point is, so I'm reading his book. It's a great book. It's a move quick book. A lot of names. But he brings up something pretty incredible that I thought was incredible. Was that basically all this shit's about Babylon 2 and how the Greater Israel Project, the Greater Israel is basically where Babylon was. And it's almost exactly the same place. And that's what this is all about. And that to me is mind-blowing. Maybe nobody else thinks that's crazy. I think that's absolutely nuts.
No,
you didn't know that?
That's like what Professor Yang talks about with the Al-Aqsa temple and how all of these secret societies are obsessed with recreating the temple of Solomon. And
wait, is he coming on tomorrow?
Well, if you want to get him on, he says he can join us in the evening. It would have to be an evening stream. So you just
I would do that.
Whenever you have a Thursday evening free, he says he can.
I would talk to Professor Yang.
It'd be Friday noon for him.
I like that guy a lot.
Yeah, he went a because you hear about Frankus, but you don't hear like actual writing of it. And when I try to look up stuff, there'll be people. It's bizarre actually. If you look up reviews of stuff about Jakob Frankel,
it's like the first. It's like the first. What's that? Tony Robbins. It's like you are your own God. That's their whole philosophy. Is like God gave you the ability to conquer the world. So if you love the world, you should conquer the world and recreate it in your own image. That's what these.
so crazy,
elite
dude.
Okay, that's what everybody at TPUSA, these lovely two fucking wind up toys behind me, that's what they teach. That's what the dominionism is. That's what the seven mountains and the seven liberal arts and the domains, full spectrum dominance, right? You call it in military. But yeah, no, it's not with God to do anything. It's like you yourself, just real creepy shit that you would normally project onto a Muslim.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
The TPUSA shit that we covered all week on Jimmy's show is so gross.
No, I saw that clip that you guys did about this kid's lawyers. How they're basically doing the exact same thing P. Diddy did to that other rapper, that was involved in a J-Lo shooting, was basically get him lawyers and have them throw him under the bus.
Well, it's worse than that because it's the prosecutor deciding. So Utah is already like a worthless.
Hold on, the prosecutor decides who your defense is?
They make it sound like it's better than that, but it is not better than that. Yeah. Well, I need a public defender or whatever, but the other people are volunteering to be the guy's lawyer, but they're no, you can't even see him. And I mean, it's so obviously bullshit. I don't understand why there's even. I don't understand the thing with Alex Jones still.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I love Alex, but it's like, what are you doing?
That guy Shulman. I mean, I don't know to what extent that he runs it, but I know if you got a billionaire fucking Zionist backing you, his name's fucking Shulman. I know you better do what he says and Shulman, right? No, there's no way. Like Alex has a case coming up.
No,
he still has more shit coming up. So same with Russell Brand, where I don't know. They're like, oh, I think Russell did it because a lot of accusers. You know what? That came out of UK, so that means jack shit. Okay, they didn't fucking say nothing about Jimmy Savile till he was dead.
Yeah,
that shit go on, and all of a sudden you're going after Russell Brand for talking about Ukraine and the fucking shitty ass vaccine. I don't believe that for 2 seconds. Okay, but what is he going to do? Not take Zio money and go to TPUSA and not say nothing? Right? What's he going to do? You got a rock and a hard place, dude, and then they come in. Jordan Peterson. I think the cognitive dissonance gave him a stroke or something.
It's crazy, dude, how they just basically use fractional reserve banking to just bribe everybody. Like they just print this fake money, send it out to these NGOs or the states or the countries. They give it to NGOs and NGOs just bribe everybody. They just bribe everybody. They buy everything is a false reality, dude. It's so crazy to me, dude.
I told Joe yesterday. Well, I had my beautiful John C. Lilly outfit.
Can I see that picture again?
Yeah. Now, that's not the completed outfit. I'll send you.
Okay.
But I mean, take a look. That's when I was workshopping it, It was really a beautiful love of my dolphin wife, Shoshana Ruffin.
Oh, she's beautiful, dude. You're such a lucky man.
She's of age. Wait, I don't see the picture. There it is.
Oh, there we go. That dolphin.
No, I know the dolphin looks young.
That dolphin wants it.
Dolphins have incredibly smart. Oh, it's my girl's cat. So Jenna's pets follow me around the house if she's busy, and then they'll just cry until someone pays attention to them. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I'm with my new wife, Shoshana Ruffin. I don't have time. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
So I read this on Joe's show. Let me give this to Mark first, because you have to understand, I got my beard in order for this. And have you ever seen the original John C. Lilly? He had like one skeleton glove hand. And did you ever watch New Thinking Welcome?
No.
It's with that guy Jeffrey, and he's like this, like he's like, oh, and then your astral projected. He's like a Harry Carey of New Age. Wait, but and Atlantis, when Jason Giorgiani was on, he said the guy had taken down all his previous like 15 interviews. Can you pull that up? That guy, wait, New Thinking Welcome. Mark.
Thinking welcome.
Yeah, with John C. Lilly. Because and the guy's young actually. In this one, the dude Jeffrey something is young, so he's not like that so much. But the newer ones, he's like, and he's talking to Whitley Strieber, and then he goes, Whitley, you're a warlock, you're a magician, and Whitley's like, I am. What? That's really weird. Yo, that's you know what? We should watch that because I was sitting around to people all shocked, Sam, because it's basically it's Whitley Strieber. If you're not watching Whitley Strieber's shit, it's really incredible. He's telling you he's a fucking warlock and prophet of the gray alien.
Show me what he looks like. Dude.
Whitley Strieber or Jeffrey?
Either one.
Okay, Mark, find that one. I'm gonna get this link and I'll
Hey, guys, this is live. If you're in Morris Plains, come see me tonight at the world famous Dojo of Comedy. And then January 10th. I'm very excited. Word War Debate is going to be the WW1 will be live. We have already some killer debates going. It's going to be in ACX Studios 1. So grab your tickets now at wordwardebate.com. It's going to be the UFC of debates. Let's go, dude.
Okay, well, that's Whitley Strieber. You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
So he's got a series of the first one's called Communion, and then you'll see in this beginning of New Feelings Welcome that
do you know where Whitley, sorry to cut you off, you know where Whitley began his career, right?
In sci-fi or pulp.
He was writing about the Process Church. He basically joined the Process Church and wrote about, this was like the beginning of his career. This was like the first thing he wrote.
How come the Process Church part never came up before? That's very interesting. The Process Church.
And actually, when he had these experiences that he wrote about in the Communion, he was like traveling with two friends he made from the Process Church. So a lot of the experiences that, made up his true story were potentially induced, in my opinion, allegedly induced by these Process Church Satanists.
Well, I don't know if you know the process. Let me tell you something about the process.
I want to hear.
The process works.
Yeah, trust the process, dude.
Yeah, or they wouldn't be doing it. Last night I watched Dragnet with Jenna, dude. You know, the one with Tom Hanks and about Satanist cults in LA.
Dude, I heard there's a lot of crazy stuff in that movie.
Yeah, it's real weird. It's like it's 87, it's made. And it's like, I can't ever look at Tom Hanks the same way again after all this other shit. At best, Tom Hanks is a CIA fucking dipshit.
That's at the best.
Then I'm watching his like, whoa,
dude.
Sorry, that my native ancestors were communicating to me through this scrying device. Go on, the Anasasa, the Dima, and the okay, so yeah, Tom Hanks is like comedy, like he's like the comedic sidekick, and I'm watching. I'm like, he's like it's energetic, but it's not like funny what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? He's just like, there's something about like somebody being like all energy and nothing is funny. That, you know what I mean? Like, it's just suspicious. That's like Bob Hope shit to me.
His son's weird too. I watched Nobody 2 yesterday with Bob Odenkirk, and the worst hairpiece I've ever seen. Like, and I'm a huge fan of Nicolas Cage, so I've seen some bad hair pieces.
Yeah.
This was the worst one. Do you know Nobody
2? I just saw 2.
Yeah, well. And it's where nerds beat up everybody. They just can't give it up. They just gotta keep making movies where fucking Best Buy nerd guys beat up everybody, right? The Dork Squad or whatever, the Nerd Squad. Bob Odenkirk is a
Bob
nerd.
Odenkirk is supposed to be an old government murderer.
Yeah, he's like 16. He's beating up all these fucking cartel guys and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the skills that never degrade. But the first one I liked a lot. I mean, it turns into Home Alone at the end.
That's so funny, dude. But Tom Hanks' son's in that movie. He plays the shitty sheriff.
Colin
guy.
Hanks.
Yeah,
He aged,
yeah.
He aged
And that
better
guy's
than
got
Stranger
dark
Things
energy.
kids. Yo, he aged better than them, right? The Stranger Things kids.
Oh
They
yeah, the
aged
strange.
into Stranger Things.
Yeah, dude, those kids, dude. And can black people just come up with some different haircuts? Does it have to be
No.
cornrows and kid plays?
No, there's only so much you could do. I think that's unfair. And I say that as a guy who doesn't even have skin in this game. I only have skin in the game, really. I got no hair in the game. That's the point. All right, let's play. Let's put on this. Okay, so rewind it. Okay, you got to go back a little bit. So this is the process, eh? And go back. So Jeffrey, I would say this guy Jeffrey, because he's been around for a while. He's in the John Lilly interview. He must be on some fucking Tony's tap water. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of Tony T. He gave some of that Tony T. Golden Pony's filling out with a T. Joe, I told that to Joe yesterday. You don't think that's weird that fucking Erica Kirk has more of a to do than Tony on Kill Tony? She takes a full Kill Tony, but like way more fireworks, way more like pyrotechnics. Or fucking Nikki, fucking what's her name comes out like a robot doll.
Oh my
Nicki
god!
Minaj, who, by the way, Nicki Minaj has a crazy boy inside her named Roman Zolansky.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy that whatever you want to say about Erica Kirk, like it is weird she brought the one chick that her dead husband shit all over. Like that's a weird
He
humiliation.
said she's not a good example for black women, but young black women don't enjoy TPUSA. She's a fine example for TPUSA.
Okay, perfect.
An obedient robot that does what they're told. That Barbie, Shokozuka Barbie bullshit, that's a fucking beta sex program. And that hideous style went out to a bunch of kids. Like Charlie was right to notice that. But he's just saying MK Ultra is not good for your kids. And we already knew that.
And he got shot for it.
Yo,
Knowledge
Fort
is
Wakachuka is an MK programming place, just so everybody knows. That's why they're freaking out that Candace mentioned it. I'm all into it because I'm not entirely sure Candace isn't a monarch slave herself.
100%. That's
Well,
definitely
I don't care.
possible.
If she's telling the truth, go ahead, tell the truth. You know, what's the problem with that?
You
Nothing.
believe her until you don't.
Well, I already knew this shit was true. That I know is true. It didn't depend on her, but she's found out new details that I find very interesting. So I'll give her that. Okay,
This guy looks reptilian, dog.
No, he's not. Okay, Whitley.
My guest today is Whitley Strieber, a man who has written probably more than a dozen books, all associated with his ostensible contact with beings whom he refers to as the visitors.
Pause it. Look at those books.
Union,
A New World. Now, I've read two of them. The books.
Sam.
He's trying to look like his books. He looks like these books, right? I mean, that's kind of crazy. He's got
Now you had sex with this yellow demon woman.
Sam, do you remember that guy? You know, I booked that guy on your show once, Jeffrey Mishlove. You don't remember that guy?
No, I don't remember.
No, Sam, I understand you.
Yeah, you did not like talking to him. I remember you called me afterwards and you were like, why would you book that guy? This is not, it was for Zero, and he was talking about aliens and
what was he talking about?
Was that the guy from Canada? No.
Yeah, so I booked him for Sam's spiritual podcast.
Jeffrey's from Canada?
I don't know where he's from.
I don't know. One guy from
California.
Canada was weird. I don't know.
I thought that institute's in LA.
But basically, Sam afterwards scolded me, as he does if I make a mistake, and was like, "Hey,
the only way
Mark, am I the bad parent and Kurt's the good parent?"
The only way you
I have that feeling that Mark hugs that Kurt hugs you no matter what you do, and I try to give you lectures on how to be better in life.
Keep it positive. Okay.
That's fair.
I feel like I'm crossing a line here. My new thinking is not going to be welcome. Okay, let's
transformation, breakthrough, beyond human, the secret school, the key, hybrids, and most recently, a new world. In today's interview, we're going to explore the potential of future communication between these visitors and the human race. Once again, this is an internet interview. And now I'll switch over to the internet video.
Oh, good.
Is it true you had an alien bastard with black eyes?
Well, it's good to be back, Jeffrey.
It's been, I guess, over a year since we've spoken. I hope you're safe and well.
Well, I am. I'm bored, isolated. I live
If
like
it's fucking
everybody
alien
does
in
right
like
now,
2 weeks.
through a screen.
I've been looking over your body of work. I see that you've written, it must be over a dozen books now, dealing with not only your own encounters with the visitors, as you call them, but also quite a bit of reporting on research by other scholars who have been looking into it. You've been, I have to say, pushing this subject now for decades. And I notice at the end of your recent book, A New World, you refer to yourself as conjuring up maybe a new world that we can live in, which makes me think that perhaps you're not just a contactee, but maybe even a bit of a magician.
Dark Warlock.
Yes, I am attempting to
What?
work with magic, but it needs a more critical mass. There have to be more people involved so far for that really to unfold on a large scale, but it is quietly unfolding behind the scenes where nobody can see. What it consists
I
of
not have glasses for
is
this Michelin reaction. Oh, that's good. Deep underground,
themselves in
where the
such a
light,
way that they
where
can
the
be
coward Christ cannot see our work.
related to by something that is moving through reality in a very different way, and that's essentially what the conjuring is about, and placing people in a situation where they can do this. And
Oh God, he's doing CE5, right? That's what that shit is. Is that what that is?
but in making it happen on a larger scale,
Don't
there's
do
a
that.
yes,
Please
where
don't.
if it had happened to a certain number of people, it would probably eventually begin to happen with everybody.
No,
There's
no.
first invented.
I don't want to be space
Now,
grape.
it takes a few minutes to learn, and the same principle applies here.
At the moment, when I think of a parallel to perhaps what you've been doing, and it's not the best parallel, but I'm thinking of the Nobel laureate poet W.B. Yeats.
Oh, great.
Who was a member of the
Oh,
Order
that's
of
just great.
Dawn. And I think, in fact, I did an interview with the scholar Gary Lockman, a scholar of esoteric history, in which he describes
You love
Yeats as
Gary.
deliberately trying to conjure up through his writing and his poetry in particular, an awareness of the ancient Irish fairy faith.
Oh
And,
God. Well, that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it, dude.
The super sensible world. It seems in a way that you're continuing
An
in
Irish
that-
fairy told me.
I went out to a hazel wood because a fire was in my head, and cut
Oh,
and peeled
great.
a hazel wand and hooked a berry to a thread. And when white moths were on the wing and moth-like stars were flickering out, I dropped the berry in a stream and caught a little silver trout. When I laid it
trout's
on
a
the
child.
floor, went to blow the fire aflame, something rustled on the floor, and someone called me by my name. It had become a glimmering girl with apple blossom in her hair, who called me by my name and vanished through the brightening air. Though I am old with wandering in hollow lands and hilly lands, I will find where she has gone, and kiss her lips and take her hands, and walk in warm, dappled grass till time and times are done, and pluck the silver apples of the moon, the golden apples of the sun. That's the song of Wandering Angus. When Annie,
That's the last thing a child hears in an underground base.
That's fire, bro. This is fire content, dude.
Tell me about the fairy faith. We're all gonna be fairies.
Dude.
What is going on, dude?
The ancients
like-
were all creepers, dude. They were just all creeping.
Yo,
That's a big
To
part of
apple possums.
yo, anybody
That's a
quote
big part of what
poetry?
What Matt Ehret writes about exactly what they're talking about. This idea, of course, they're not acknowledging it the way Matt is acknowledging it, but this idea that the Fae folklore is related to the alien abduction phenomena. Basically, the idea is that they have weaponized this folklore to give a cover so that the royals, when they
Gary Wayne
kidnap
says that too. Gary Wayne. So they're telling their Bible.
Dude, that's interesting. as
Gary Wayne says that, dude.
Holy
now
shit.
they just
So they
have
made up
modern
aliens
versions.
just
Dude.
to
Yeah.
cover up?
All that.
Wow.
Well, look. All that fuck. I mean, the Fae folk are the same as the fucking Titan folk, and they're all the same bullshit myths. They're always like, when you hear these gods and these myths, they're always pieces of shit. They're always like out of control actors, or like some Harvey Weinstein motherfucker. All of them are this. So I don't believe any of them were ever gods. I think they're inbred to the point of looking like fucking lizards. And so that fairy thing, that's dragon blood. It's all the same bullshit. They're all the same.
Wow, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, the serpent race. So the serpent race, which I heard John Lear bring up in a bizarro interview, and he's like really old in it. He goes, "Oh, so it's just owned by the serpent race." I'm like, the what? So no further information on that for a good long while. Then I finally stumble on Mark Windows at Windows on the World on his website. He's got a whole thing about the fucking serpent race. And you know who the serpent race is? The fucking Sons of Cain, the Freemason thing. Dude, there's this whole bullshit about the snake also fucked Eve, and so Cain is a
Yeah, dude. Cucking, bro.
yeah. I don't, dude. I find it very, I don't fully understand that story. But
Bro, what do you mean? There's a story of some chick in Latin America. We just talked about it on Conspiracy Social Club, dude. This
What?
chick had twins with two different dads.
Oh no, I don't mean that. I'm saying I don't know what the forbidden fruit is. I don't know, because there's so much murkiness around this. Like,
Lizard dick, dude.
well, maybe, but that's one possibility. And it also doesn't really say that. Gary Wayne's very emphatic about it. Doesn't say that. Why wouldn't it tell you that it's that the snake fucked her? The idea that sex is the forbidden fruit, I find very stupid, because God told them to multiply. Right? God said multiply. Why would you make a woman if you're not supposed to fuck her? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's my opinion on
Augustine's
everything.
a fucking creep, dude. I don't trust Saint Augustine. Fuck you if you like Saint Augustine. Yo, I'll die on that hill.
Shots fired.
Let me tell you about the fairies. I wish I had a blue blazer and a little fucking. I could do Jeffrey Mishlove very good. Now,
You should do that as a character, dude, like a short character where you're the Harry Carey of
he's like a Harry Carey of it. He's not. I'm over exaggerating it, but I just get that energy off of him.
Yeah, it should be a new character for you. We just interview people with big laughs.
Tell me about Atlantis. Okay, Whitley Strieber just creeped me the fuck out yet again. I watch him all the time because I cannot believe what he's saying in a calm voice. First of all, because I haven't done it in a while, but I had a joke about that of like, he's mad at South Park because he thinks South Park is the one who made fun of him first with probing, because he was like, I got sexually assaulted. I don't want to say the R word, but that's what he says it was. But it makes sense what he's saying. He goes, I didn't want to call it that, but obviously that's what it is. And and then I watched South Park. Dude, I saw kids in the hall fucking doing jokes on that way before South Park. So that's been And I always did a joke of like, you wouldn't call it probing if a Puerto Rican did it to you, would you? Wouldn't call it I was probed by a gang of Puerto Ricans. So I don't understand why they're just doing this to Whitley Strieber and not to like our president, the guy that runs. Because here's what I find creepy. Okay, Willie's, but he dropped some very interesting nuggets that cross over to Tracy Twyman territory. Because he said these things are both dead and alive.
Dude, that's
Which is-
crazy.
Okay, so Tracy Twyman, when she was talking to Kane, who kept saying, "Don't think I'm alive. I'm not looking alive." It was like he's in a coma. So like being like it's like he's dead, and then the real world is the dream world to him now, in a way, right? So these things are like fucking. They do think different, and they don't. I'm not saying they're demons, or because I think all these are just names for a thing that everybody agrees is a thing,
Right.
unless they're Sam Harris and they're like a fucking mind-controlled old Hollywood family fucking Frankist cult cunt like he is. That's what I think he is. Oh, speaking of Frankist cults, how about that? How about that Rob Reiner kid, huh? What a spoiled brat. Dad who kisses him full on the lips.
Dude,
he
that's some
appreciate
weird
it?
stuff. That sounds like that seems like some Mendez brother shit to me, dude.
It does, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like that? And Carl Reiner kisses Rob Reiner on his fucking. Will you put Carl Reiner, Mark? Let's get a nice picture of that. It's like a butterfly kiss, but like gross, but like really gross. Like your dad does it with his lips on your
Right?
face.
And just like all those roast jokes about him being a weirdo, and then
I watched that roast when it came out because I wrote for Marin in the Chevy Chase roast. I think that was the last Friars Club roast when they were like, "We don't want to deal with the Friars Club no more." The Friars Club, which is like Benai Brith of comedy.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, like it's just like they needed new members real bad. It's like Uncle Milty's gonna fill you up for fresh organs.
Yeah.
Uncle Milty needs a new cog. All right. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, dude. That's some lemon party right there for sure, bro.
Oh God, you're right. It is, isn't it? 11
It's a
party.
lemon party, dude.
I've been doing a joke about how this kid's bad and I was like, my dad we'd be fishing. I go like this to my dad. I go, and he go, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" You're like, if I have a kid like that, you better stab me and then stab your mother for not stabbing me.
Yeah, dude. The problem was you didn't lead with the tongue. That's what
You kiss your mother like that, I'll stab you to death in this boat. You son of a bitch. It's not natural. Oh, by the way, Rob Reiner made several videos on how to touch your kid properly. Now,
what?
Yeah, you know that?
No.
Here, wait. Let me. I always forget people's fucking. Oh, Jay Anderson could come in.
Am I getting kicked off?
Project Unity. Yo, this is a final derp of the year miracle, guys. Here, wait. Let me just send Jay the invite, and Jay from Project Unity, right?
Yeah.
He can pronounce the Indian. He was just on Rogan, and he talked about the ant people, okay? And he's talking about these shamans that were shown in the gray alien picture. Now, I'd heard a story where they called them ant people and they were not speaking harshly of them. But no, Jay will tell you, and he'll pronounce their name right and shit. They go, "Oh yeah, those used to be people, but then they became the ant people. They live underground and they give you shit and don't trust them." That sounds like tech billionaires to me, don't it?
Yeah, 100%.
That sounds like the tech billionaires of another cycle.
Trust.
And that kind of goes into the whole, the fairy folk, all this lore about people being abducted, and then the royals having a convenient cover story to keep the villagers at bay. It's the same thing in the modern world. They have these.
The royals have been Lady Bathory's for quite some time.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, dude. That is
about
so
it
crazy.
in terms of today's lore, right? We have UFOs. They want all of us to think that flying saucers are going out of the atmosphere into the space, when in reality, we see them going underwater, potentially into underground places in the earth where elites could be abducting children so that they then become a part of this, breakaway civilization.
The shit they got going on is probably so mind blowing. It would boggle. It's like
Yeah, I mean,
I always laugh when I started hearing secret space program shit because eventually it became mirror universe Star Trek when Star Trek goes to the bad universe. And that's the one we live in. If that lore is correct, is the bad one with the cannibalism and the fucking space Nazis. And so but it makes me laugh thinking of like a Star Trek, and it's like no one on Earth knows that they're out there. That sounds like about right to me.
yeah.
You know, that sounds about right. Oh, hold on, I'm getting something. What kind of guy wanted to keep Eve naked? What is this? Hold on, I just place one hand over your heart and one over your womb, taking a deep breath. How does this land in your body? Oh, some girl telling you about the patriarchy with a snake wrapped around her. I just got texted. Yeah, the serpent race, dude. You change your name like a snake. Andrew Tate was gonna do a transformation. You know, he got defeated by a homo in the ring. So that's his ritual, king for a day, fucking thing, you know?
Humiliation ritual.
I mean, what? But it's called Hidden Mamaruka, the channel, which I want to get that guy. If you put in, you know what, Mark? Put on Cool Hand James. Go to Cool Hand James, will you, on YouTube? Have you ever seen Cool Hand James? Sam?
No.
Okay, he made an Andrew Tate. I think this guy, he makes videos like it takes forever now for them to come out, but I think he's one of the funniest fucking people. And he's got great ones on a bunch of fucking people. We did a story on Jimmy Dore about all those people getting those digital bounties. You know, you get invited to like a bounty group, and it's like 50 grand for engagement, and then you got to like say Candace Owens has lost it, like 50.
Really?
Oh yeah. And the dude's name is, I want to say it begins with an A, but he explained the whole thing. You get invited to him. So that's why Jeremy from the Quartering's a cunt. That little money grubbing piece of shit, pie faced idiot. Fuck him, dude. Pie face motherfucker. As soon as I watch somebody trying to push people back in the left and right bullshit, I know they're no fucking good. And I try to be on their side and go, oh, they're probably mind controlled, but they're not. Oh yeah, dude. Cool Hand James. Cool Hand James. He's got a funny voice too.
So it's tough being an online celebrity nowadays. Maybe you built your entire brand by having a podcast and telling everybody every day how much better you could run the FBI if given the opportunity. And when you do get the opportunity to do so, you proceed to do absolutely nothing and immediately quit. Maybe you're a down bad coffee dropshipper who has a fascination for paying aging ethos to hang around with you. And you turn into a groveling simp when you invite her around to watch the football so you can try to cheat on your wife with her. Maybe you're just Tim Pool. But today, let's talk about a particular chinless wonder, Andrew Tate, a guy who, despite having absolutely no balls at all, has somehow scammed his way into being some kind of masculinity expert. A man so stupid he's been going on podcasts for 10 years now, admitting to all the crimes he's been committing, and then is absolutely shocked the authorities start investigating him. But Andrew Tate was also a kickboxing champion. He is an elite fighter, as he will always tell you. Never mind, he only fought bums and won a very obscure world title from an organization no one has ever heard of. He is the top G. He is one of the world's greatest fighters of all time. And that is why the world was waiting with bated breath after it was announced he was going to be fighting Chase D.E.R.P. Yeah, I don't know either. He's apparently famous for being gay and on a reality show on Netflix. So surely Andrew Tate, the most masculine man to ever walk the earth and an elite fighter to boot, would wipe the floor with this pretender. Of course. Well, that didn't happen, and Andrew Tate got the ever-loving shit beaten out of him and lost in spectacular fashion, which then sparked off this hilarious cope meltdown. First, it was, oh, I'm 40 years old. How could I have possibly won? Well, Alexander Usyk is absolutely unbeatable against actual real fighters, and he's 38, so I don't know about that cope, buddy. Then it was, actually, you're all losers because I lost. Then it was some pseudo intellectual babble explaining why he was so cool he just got battered by a guy who can't even box. And while we are on that, maybe I'm being too harsh. Andrew Tate, by his own words, is one of the world's most elite fighters.
I couldn't believe it.
Maybe he just came across a better man. Well, no, let's just watch a bit of this highlight reel from one of Chase D.E.R.P's previous fights. He has the coordination of a disabled 3-year-old. This man
crazy.
Is so unskilled it would be hard to lose against someone
What
like
the hell was
an
that?
elite fighter. But that's exactly what Andrew Tate did. And Tate knows that. His pride has been absolutely shattered. He took the easiest possible fight he could, and he blew it. But his grift requires him to be tough. And now he's been revealed to be a fraud in front of all his fans. Sure,
Okay,
some of his
so
more
you
locked in
pause it.
simps will still suck him.
Yo, so that guy, so basically, I think what I'm looking at there is a gay guy with really good cardio, which is
Yeah,
what the number
yeah.
one thing you want if you want to be a professional fighter, which why would you want to be that? Okay. But cardio, see how bad of a fighter that guy is, but he's got the
that
fucking
guy's
gas to
swings
keep
are
going.
Awful.
I didn't watch the Andrew Tate fight, but I think he just ran out of gas, is what happened. Because he's like fucking pussy and smoking cigars like a fucking top G, right? Don't he smoke cigars all the time? Dude, I would never get in the ring. I'm conscious of my health, so I only but like, dude, if I had to fight for real like that, I mean, just getting in the stance and holding it, you're gonna beat me.
Yeah,
go
100%.
Here's how I go win a fight, or how I have, and it's not really winning. It's like, some terrible incident, but like, it's all adrenaline and you didn't expect it to happen, and one person has a little bit more like, I'm gonna kill you for that, than the other person. That's all. And then last time I had anything like that, I was sore all day. Like now that was when I was like 35. When I went to Skankfest, dude, I came home, it felt like I fought in those fights, and I didn't. I just flew on a plane with my bags. Who the fuck would like? So he was like a reality star. His dad's some fucking chess guy, right?
Yeah.
And people like, maybe he was in the CIA, maybe he wasn't. No, he probably was an asset at the very least. I mean, Julia Childs worked for the fucking CIA. And
100%. They all do.
All of modern art. We wouldn't have Rothko. All the shit Steve Martin collects, we wouldn't even have it if not for the CIA.
Thank you, CIA.
Through a cutout. Yeah, and I'm even like, I hate whatever modern art. I'm like, I don't know. I like when I see it, maybe I'll be like, oh, I like it. But that wouldn't be there other than they have a few gatekeepers in place in these things. And that way they can make sure some people get in, some people don't. And if they get in the right way. Like Elvis, okay, he shakes his hips like a black. That's unacceptable. We'll put him in the military, set him up with a 14-year-old colonel's daughter. We already have his handler, this mysterious guy. Nobody knows what country he's from. What did he end up being from? Like Hungary or Denmark or something? The colonel?
Who is
the colonel? Some runaway Nazi. The colonel, Elvis's manager.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm guessing that's a paperclip Nazi, right? And go watch your Netflix thing, dude. Have you seen the Elvis's final fucking, where he's in the black outfit and he's all sweaty? It's like one of his better performances near the end.
Yeah.
But Conan O'Brien tells his story, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's even saying when he's saying it. He goes, so Elvis, he gets in trouble because he was too black on Ed Sullivan. And people see hip shaking, they know dick is somewhere around there, and it's some jungle thing, right? It was like an outrage. So then they ship him off to the military, and I thought he was in Korea or something, but no, they used to just put you in the military automatically. That was just automatic. So he goes to West Germany. Who's running West Germany at that point? Nazis. All of our Nazi friends. Yeah, what do you think?
All of our Nazi friends.
The commies are over there. You're not going to have commies in charge of West Germany. The enemies of Nazis. Of course we have to have Nazis there. Like, these Nazis are cool. They didn't worship Hitler, but they're racist like we are in America, so they're cool. And they'll keep the commies. The worst thing there is commies, and justifies anything. The idea of communism is so bad that if you got to
work with Nazis,
if you got to do weird experiments on kids and it helps fight communism, you wouldn't do that, Sam?
All in.
You wouldn't do that if it's not the scourge of communism. That they can't innovate anything in communism. Did you know that? Although they've innovated all these terrible weapons ahead of us, and now we have to do them. Somehow communism, that can't do anything, has invented mind control, direct energy weapons like Havana Syndrome weapons. China is harvesting organs and blood to lengthen their lifespans, these sick ghouls. Right? The commies are terrible, dude, but they somehow are just as ahead as us in weapons, and we have to be out. They're always one step ahead of us. We're going to have to do all this terrible shit to keep up with these communists who can't innovate anything because communism doesn't work. We're just like this stupid shit. So anyway, Elvis comes home. He's got no sideburns, and Frank Sinatra, that piece of shit, has a live show. Welcome back, Elvis. The Colonel keeps his career going back in the States while he's on base being programmed. And And then he comes home, and now he's being run by fucking Frank Sinatra, who's a fucking Hollywood handler, just like Bob Hope, just like all of them. And then he goes and does stupid Hawaii movies. Why? It's not in the documentary, but Hawaii had just become a state. So remember the first Captain America where he's got to do like buy U.S. bonds, song and dance numbers. That's what they do with Captain America in the first one. Before
Right.
He doesn't even go to battle. That's exactly what Elvis is doing. He comes back and he's doing retard Hawaii because Hawaii, I think, didn't want to be a state or something, but like, fuck you. You're going to do what America
Yeah,
tells
you're
you.
gonna do what we tell you to do.
And then we'll send Elvis over to get the tourism up. And now, and Conan goes, that's when he becomes like this plastic. Yeah, when he's a fucking asset.
Yeah, when
Yo,
he's completely mind controlled.
And that makes you, the plastic, I think, is very telling, that feeling of like he became plastic because, yeah, you become a doll. And I left a copy for Rogan when I did a show. I don't know if he'll look at it or not, but I have a copy of it, of J.R. Sweet's book, Mormon Monarch, which is all his memories. And there's a great passage in there about all these actors and musicians and sports people and a lot of politicians are slaves of some oligarch and don't even know it because they got programmed young. And
and they do it with all these athletes coming up, and then they just see who pops.
Robert Byrd used to brag that he owned Larry Bird, and that was like some of his slave humor from this Klansman. And it was like, there's the Charlie Pride thing is really something. Will you put Charlie Pride up so people can see this piece of shit? Charlie Pride's a big Branson act. He's a black country singer. Okay, and this guy J.R. Sweet's grandpa, who the cult that he got pulled into, his grandpa had been an early country singer who supposedly died. But he hadn't died. He was alive. He's a Mormon, and he worked for the CIA. They die and then change their names a lot. You know, like Diddy, when the crime happens, he changes his name, like he sheds his skin like a snake, right? Yeah, this guy's a hardcore Satanist, and it's really gross what they say.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think he was. I mean, as my opinion that it's true.
Well, if your opinion is, and I agree.
I mean, I don't like all that Branson, Missouri shit. I would love to just ask Yakov Smirnov some hard questions. I've met him, but I didn't know the shit I know now. So, Yakov, tell me about Branson, because you were a big propaganda piece during the Cold War, obviously.
Oh, shit.
So there's not a chance Yakov was not involved with the CIA. There's not a chance. Okay? A propaganda thing. And then Branson. Yo, TPUSA, these fucking fake Christian weirdos, they're all connected to Moonies and shit, dude. Have you ever seen Reverend Sun Young Moon's son with the bullet crown?
No.
Show Sam.
AR-15 church.
What?
Yeah, it's in Pennsylvania. So all your favorite TV preachers, and I know you're a big fucking CBN guy, Sam.
You know I am.
And I know that, okay. All these motherfuckers, let's see if Jay's coming in. They're all connected to Jim Jones.
What?
Yeah, and it all comes from Magical Mystery Church is the channel where this lady.
Magical Mystery Church.
Look at this. Oh, look at that. I want that outfit so bad, dude.
Dude, that needs to be your new character.
I know. Where do I find a bullet crown? Wait, go back up. Go back up. It's at the top. Go to the left.
What are your fans of the show called? The Derpers? The Kurpers?
I don't know. Merpsicans? I don't know. There you go. Yeah. Look at this man. Look at him.
Can you make that bigger, Mark?
Yeah,
is that possible?
We need to make that.
Just see if you can spread it out. Do this with your. Do this.
Wait, you can't click. Yeah. Okay. The rod of iron with. Yeah. Look at that. Now, Newt.
Bro, this is a religion I can get behind, dog.
Yeah, God needs you to have a. Now
we need more guns.
The Muzzies are. The Muzzies are dangerous, but this is cool as shit. There's nothing cooler than this shit. A fucking Korean with a bullet crown.
Yeah, dude. I've seen him on rooftops. They ain't fucking
his dad in 2004 was crowned like the Messiah and Savior of the world by Congress. Does that sound made up? It's not. He was just giving them a bunch of money, so they're like, yeah, and they put a thing on his head. But why would they? 2004, the Bush years are doing that? Yeah, because this is CIA bullshit. The Korean CIA.
So it's everywhere, dude. Like this secret society shit is in every single part of your fucking life, dude. It's so crazy to me.
Okay, is anybody of you okay? I gotta hold on. I gotta go take a leak real quick. But is anybody out there? I want to check some comments. Does anybody know where I can get a crown just like that guy has?
Guys, are there any Derp Mexicans or whatever they're called?
Yo, no, it's like
Derp
Korean shit.
Mexicans?
Erica Kurp.
That should be the name of your fans, Erica Kurps.
Erica Kurps. It's too much attention. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, hold on. Oh shit.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? One little thing I wanted to bring up while they're both gone. Strange Elvis Presley information. Apparently, Elvis Presley had a twin that died in the womb, and he admitted, Sam, did you know about this? That Elvis Presley talked about having a twin that died in the womb, and it was like a sort of magical muse for him throughout his life. You ever heard that? I think Miguel Connor came on the podcast
Who
a while
talked
ago.
about that?
Elvis had like
Yeah.
he had a dead twin, and people talk about the dead twin phenomena as potentially a type of occult familiar, where this person that was supposed to be born instead of being born is now like
Haunting them for the rest of their lives.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, and then not to mention Elvis also was allegedly practicing voodoo and things like that to gain popularity. This is all before he became the star that we know him as now, but this is all allegedly in Miguel Connor's book.
Yeah, he came on and talked about it, dude. Yeah,
right.
totally.
Yeah, the title of the book is The Occult Elvis by Miguel Connor, if people want more about that. But yeah, I think Kurt is spot on that Elvis is basically just a Manchurian candidate.
Yeah, well, no, dude, they all are. It's like so crazy how everybody is just has this dark connection to shady shit. It's literally a false reality at every single moment. Every single fucking moment, dude. It's like mind blowing to me.
You guys are just being dramatic, first of all.
Yeah.
Remember, Elvis is an archetype. Let's watch 2 movies in a row. I watched Wild at Heart, and I guess not in a row, but the one with Christian Slater, that was pretty awesome. Damn, it's cold here also.
Hey, can we all admit the Naked Gun was funny? Can we all agree on that? It was a funny movie.
A bunch of funny shit. At the end, it falls apart in a big way. But
yeah,
I mean, I laughed a lot. I mean, it's worth. If you like,
I laughed a lot during it. I was pleasantly surprised at how funny it was for in this day and age.
Yeah, there's almost nothing new to watch. So I would say watch it based on like if you're at that point of your life where you got to. It's your responsibility as a man to find things to watch with your girl. Somebody was like, "Want to watch a movie?" I'm like, "What movie? What? I've seen all the movies." And then she's seen a bunch of them. She's actually seen a bunch of the movies. Usually, your chick hasn't seen nothing, and you can, or me, I don't know. You guys see the movie, but she's seen a bunch of shit. There's nothing on, dude. But I do like that Naked Gun. Up to the end, it gets like you do need a little bit more story than that. But I'm not telling you don't watch it. Go and watch it.
I thought it was funny, dude. There'll be some.
Whole first half,
obviously it's stupid. It's stupid, but it's funny stupid.
It's like they kind of nailed it up to a point, and then like the snowman part it falls apart.
It's kind of like telling a story, dude. And like, do you have a good ending to that story on stage? And if you don't, it kind of fucks the whole thing up. But I laughed enough on it.
I thought it would have been funny if they didn't do the thing of like, we're not going to do the OJ thing. If they just like acted like OJ committed no crime, would have been the funniest. Because that guy was really centered at the end.
Have you ever heard the theory about his son?
What?
That his son had pulled a knife on people before that?
Yeah, but I just don't understand. Like, if my dad's fucking second wife cheated on him, I'm not going to get mad about it and stab her.
Like, well, you wouldn't, but if you're mentally ill, well, you might. I'm not
even
saying
mentally ill. It does not make sense. However, there was a gangster who lives in Florida that was there with OJ, and 2 of them did it. And she ran coke. OJ was part of it. Robert Kardashian. There's a guy who wrote a whole book about it. So that's the thing that was kept out, the gangster's name. So it wasn't just OJ there. Do you understand? And also, if OJ is if this shit's real, the Monarch shit's real, then if I got OJ's codes, I could say into his fucking CTE brain to make him do what I want, then he's gonna do it. But he was already abusive and probably would have.
Can't believe Mark just quit the show. Crazy.
Because of
our OJ talk.
So Elvis is an archetype that they purposely created to. So okay, what was the problem with Elvis when he came out and he shook his hips? He probably was always destined for this, honestly. But we need a template for American masculinity that we can import as Tavistock shit, right? So that's why they say they know how archetypes and programming works, and they consider you a bio computer. That's how they talk about people. And they fucking so that means you need a male role model. Since we already broke the family, we broke up the extended family. Now you idiots who think they're conservative say nuclear family. They've already been atomized into a nuclear family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Mark's back.
My girl pointed out all these rich assholes. They're keeping like 3 generations of relatives around with 16 grandkids, right? But you're gonna have your 2 kids in 2-parent house. So you think people think we're better than China, but it's just one way you can enforce it with subtle mind control, and one way is with like you got to do this or that.
Listen, dude, I hate to say this because it gets dark, but every single major industrial military power has been just basically demolitioned at some point and then remade. China, Russia, India, Germany. I mean, I hate to tell everybody.
Well, they're clearly in a contest of who runs the world. Okay, and they say it. I mean, Condoleezza Rice, like, if we don't control the whole world, then Russia or China will control. So we're in some Olympic event or something for some reason. And again, if you thought the Olympics were, if you were offended as a Christian by the Olympics, why were you watching the Olympics if you're fucking Christian? A pagan game to the gods, and you were surprised they had pagan, weird, gay shit at a pagan games, and
you know about the Tavistock Institute, right, Kurt? So
do you know that Hitler was sorry to cut you off, Mark. Do you know that Hitler was in Tavistock in 1913?
Yeah.
So check this out. So this is
a lot of great people in there.
It was a cultural epicenter.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Sam, because Rudolf Hess, you know about Rudolf Hess and his magic battle with Aleister Crowley, and how they basically tricked him into flying his parachute into
and
Scotland.
Then they replaced him with a guy they programmed to be Rudolf Hess, but he smoked, and you can actually see Goring, or is it Goring? One of them's hiding his laughter behind a thing. They're calling like, Hess, why don't you tell him this other shit? Like, they're making fun of it because they know it's not Hess.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Well, the guy that possibly did that to Rudolf Hess is the same guy who started the official Tavistock Institute after World War II. So the Tavistock
Wellington House is his name. Well, is it because Wellington House was that came out of? Initially, Wellington House after World War I was to treat shell shock, which is now PTSD, because all these cowardly people don't want to go die for the fucking royal bloodlines, and I don't know what their cowardice is about, but we got to fix this shit. And so Tavistock came out of Wellington House. Well, I guess Wellington is probably named after that fucking bloodthirsty psychopath, famous military leader from England. But anyway, it came from Wellington House, from what I understand. And then
the guy's name was Major John Rawlings Reese, and he
worked at Wellington House. I swear to God, he worked at Wellington House.
Well, he was also part of the Royal Institute of International Affairs, known otherwise as Chatham House, which is very influential.
Chatham House rules. And dude. Get our famous rules. And Chatham House is what, a Bilderberg?
Yeah, that's deep state of the British Empire for sure. But he basically recreated the Tavistock Institute after World War II, but a major part of his career during World War II was looking after Rudolf Hess after they had captured Rudolf Hess.
The guy that they fucking repatterned like a Dalai Lama to believe he's Rudolf Hess.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then kept him in a thing and then killed him. But first experiment to see what you got to do. Yeah, dude, wild. Because
Well, and they called this rebirthing of the Tavistock Operation Phoenix.
so that but that's the thing we did in Vietnam. I thought so. It's all
Right.
together.
Right. It's just using those the same way Michael Hoffman talks about how they use these Twilight language words. They're using the same phrases as the same groups of people. They're all connected, and that's why they use this same lingo. They even developed this term invisible college, which again, we were talking about that previously, how these disclosure movement people are talking about how it's okay, we're figuring out the alien thing because we're part of the invisible college. Don't worry.
They're
We'll figure it out.
initiating you. So
Exactly.
instead of doing, because these gay societies, people don't join them like they used to. People can't afford college, all that shit, So now they're doing mass initiation. So what is that? That's the government just said UAPs or UFOs, the fake thing. Remember that? Well, there is a thing called UAPs, and
What's
we don't know
Whitley
what they are.
talking about when he says he needs more people to believe in his magic mumbo jumbo? That's exactly
Dude,
what
that's
him
one of
and-
the creepiest things. Oh yeah, put him back on. Because one of the worst parts, and if I could talk to Whitley Strieber, I would in a heartbeat, because I watch him a lot, and I'm shocked at what I'm hearing. Where I'm like, tell me you're a fucking warlock without telling me, dude. I mean, like, so you have sex with these things. I mean, this thing's forced itself on you. This too much plastic surgery lady. Think of that art guy, Rick Owens, and his gross fucking wife, Michelle Lammy. But think if she was like 30,000 years old, what she would look like a fucking gray alien or some shit. And these things force themselves on him. I'm trying to not use the wrong language here. But you're going to talk about him like you're cool now? It was a big misunderstanding. What the fuck?
Well, I mean,
dude?
what if you like it after? What if it starts and you're like, this
He had a
is so
bastard
bad?
child in the woods with black eyes that he had to tell us to stop bothering him. I mean, his stories are nuts, and I don't think he's even lying. I think he's experiencing all this. He talks about how these people came and visit him, and he was like, they were like old friends, but I can't remember what we said. So that's programming right there. That's what they do. His handlers came to see him. He's got a thing in his ear that the Nordics put in there. Okay, I'm just like summarizing it. Okay, he tells it in a much. It sounds crazy, but the way he tells it, it's gross how not crazy it is. He fucking and there's some spiritualist from the 1800s who's dead who designed this device so the afterlife can talk to him. So we've already mingled. He's a big one on mingling. These things are like, for some reason, have something to do with our afterlife, and they're both alive and dead. And so that's where we're getting a Tracy Twyman shit, where it's like, what do you mean they're alive and dead? So I think these are, and he said this fucking creepy bitch thing that she can make smoke come out of her mouth when she talks.
That's hot.
Dude, it's out of the movie Faust, the silent picture. Or not Faust, the other one. There's a fucking German movie where a goblin-y thing is looking and smoke comes out of its mouth in this black and white German picture. I just saw it. It's not Faust, it might be the other one, but they all love Faust because Faust is about a guy who's a piece of shit, but because he helps humanity at the end of the day, he don't have to go to hell, even though he sold his soul. You know the story?
No.
Oh, he did so much good alchemy for everyone that he's going to
the original selling your soul to the devil. He's like a scientist.
Mephistopheles. Yeah.
He wants all the knowledge in the world, and the devil Mephistopheles comes to him and says, well, I'll give you all the knowledge you seek, but you have to give your soul to me when you die. And they basically go on an adventure of raping and pillaging and all sorts of other misadventures throughout the Faustian.
You got to
deal.
use code words, Mark.
Well, that's why they call it the Faustian bargain. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. The girl's name is Lauren Faust, but it's spelled Faust. And she's a fucking witch. And all her projects have to do with witchcraft. You know that? And I bet you that bitch was putting real programming in to do because it caused something. I'll bet you. All
right. Are we playing this Whitley clip again?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you describe yourself in spite of your enormous output as not having succeeded, that you feel last time we spoke over a year ago that the world had basically rejected you.
Well, it has. The world has rejected me, but that doesn't mean necessarily that
I am not
I'm
rejecting him.
not succeeding
we
on a
here do
personal
not
level, which is
reject
very
you.
much the case. I am. And there are as a tiny coterie of people who know that and who participate with me in this journey. But the world at large, well, for example, I heard a fellow called Dennis McKenna on Joe Rogan's show. He and talking about me, which is always an unpleasant thing to hear. I don't listen to Joe Rogan's show generally, but someone sent me a tape of it. And there he was
Don't
saying,
send him a tape, dude.
you know, Rogan was
In the
saying, oh, I
mail.
wouldn't have Whitley
In a
Strieber on my show
cassette,
because he's
an
too
8-track.
strange. And Dennis McKenna was saying, oh, yes, well, that's true. I was with him at a conference, and he has certainly got an element of strangeness about him. And but you should, if you have him on, you should have him on with that professor, Jeffrey Kripal, who's his sort of writes with him, I think. But that's the general gist of it. But mostly, it is I'm totally and completely ignored. It's as if I didn't exist. Now, my books aren't well. Like for example, nearly a year since its publication, A New World has been reviewed exactly once off somewhere outside of Amazon by a reviewer with an ability to write, and that appeared in the San Antonio Express News. It won't. I would be surprised if anything appeared anywhere else, because the assumption is that anyone who advocates what I advocate, that the soul is real, and that there are many entities in consciousness, is simply going to be ignored.
Okay, wait. Stop.
Soul
That is
blindness
just what
Crazy to
every
me.
religion
is not
teaches that.
something that
Every religion teaches the soul is real and there are many conscious entities in consciousness. Every fucking religion teaches that. So who are you being thrown away by?
Yeah, it's kind of
Mark.
crazy.
I think Jay's coming in still, but I just sent you the Golem movie. It's on YouTube. It's at 37:16. Go to 30. So you know what the Golem is, right? Sam?
Yeah, I got it. I'm pulling it up.
I think.
All right, wait, hold on. I gotta grab it. Hold on.
This is a similar concept to the homunculus, Sam. You know the homunculus.
I know the homunculus.
Yeah. The golem is like the Jewish homunculus sort of guardian that they would create out of clay. And it's in essence blasphemy because they're or avoiding blasphemy because they're recreating a living being, yet they're not God. So there's a whole superstition around the golem.
Okay, so the Golem of Prague is a famous story of this rabbi using Kabbalah magic, made a fucking Frankenstein to fight, revenge the Jews. Here's what the Golem actually is, just historically. He's made out of clay. Okay, that's a human. It's a fucking greasy fucking Eastern European bohunk that this guy brainwashed. That's what a Golem is, everyone. Here's the secret of the Golem. You get an already existing person made from clay, and you think you're a separate species from them. That's why you call them a non-entity. Okay, and that's what. So this is fanciful, but I didn't know this demon power part. If you go to 37, I want to say 16 or 17. So this is fucking fucked up shit, dude. Keep going. There's like a ceremony they're doing at 37. Where is it? Okay, keep going. It's back ways. Oh, 3803. 3803. A little bit further back.
Almost. You're almost there. You're 4 seconds away.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. And Hold on. Where is
Yeah,
it?
you're close. 3708 is close, buddy.
Okay, I'm going to give you an exact number because I'm looking at it here.
So this is the silent film you were talking about?
Wait, now it says 3740. So why is yours different than mine? Go to 3740.
It could be
I just want you to see
two.
the what? I just texted you one. Or you want a different one than me? Oh, yours looks different than mine, Mark.
It's a different film.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're using use the one I texted. You can see the face. The one I just texted you. Use that one. You'll see a face on it. Hold on.
Is it the one up? There's a face on that one up.
No, not that one. Keep going up. Keep going up. Keep going up.
It's not that weird Chinese looking dude.
You got your phone near you. Look at what I texted you because that's the one.
Yeah, I see it. It's just
Okay.
not coming up over here on my computer. There it is.
There you go. Look at that. Now look at that. You see that face of the demon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, go to 37. Yeah. Okay, so the thing is creepy about this, and I just saw this the other day. Now, I'd heard Whitley Strieber talk about this weird alien fucking lady that's a gray, and she has weird, like, wormy little fingers that could, like, they bend like little tubes. It's really creepy, and she can make smoke come out of her mouth when she talks. She's not smoking a cigarette or something. She's just like, smoke comes out. Watch this. And this looks like Lamb, the Tibetan llama that fucking people think is a gray alien or an owl that turns into it and all that dumb shit. Well, look at this thing he brings up. It looks just like the thing that harvested Whitley's semen.
That guy
Oh,
got,
tell me about when you,
what you got. Tell me about when you got
Mark,
sucked
get
off,
into the part with the visitor.
sucked you off in the forest.
Tell me about when you got fucking goat feet. Where is it? Okay, it's coming. Oh, those little sylphs flying around. But these Germans really got it back then, you know? Here's Rabbi Magic Wizard. And this is all Babylonian shit. That's
So
what-
these wizards are like the Downs.
Hmm?
He's got the Downs.
The Dowds?
The Downs, Down syndrome.
Oh, yeah, well, it's not up syndrome. We know that.
No, those
I
are
would
called
do that.
Finnish people, Sam.
Those
Yeah.
are called what?
People from Finland.
Okay.
They got down under syndrome. That's what I call Australians. Okay, let's see this fucking thing. Oh, look, here's the head popping up of a fucking big head.
Ah.
Okay, it's gonna go. Oh, look at it. Watch. Look at that. It's talking to him. See the smoke?
Yeah.
Yo, Whitley Strieber describes this. It sounded so creepy to me when he described it, and now I'm looking at it in a fucking old film. Oh,
So
an old film
are you
about.
saying he got that from this, or that this is what he saw?
Well, I don't know, but there's clearly a correlation with this, right? If I had him on, I would be like, "Is that what you saw, dude?" Because this is about the golem, which is about mind control through Kabbalah, right?
Kabbalah.
All these stupid fucking alien things are Kabbalah shit. For some reason, fucking Babylonian black magic is part of everything, dude. Okay?
Yeah, 100%.
So, whoa, look at that. The smoke is forming words. I mean, look, when did Aleister Crowley go fucking meet Lamb? That thing looks like a gray alien, does it not? With gross eyes.
Yeah.
Go back to Whitley Strieber's books. The eye color, it's the yellow eye, right? You saw what that thing looked like.
Yeah, I saw what that thing looked like. This film is 106 years old, dude. Holy shit.
Because this shit's not new shit. And I'm trying to me, it's like I think of somebody fucking transhuman themselves, and the way they did it is where they're both alive and dead, and it sucks. See, look at the eyes here.
Yep. Just crazy.
Look at the eyes. No, not
Asian
those eyes.
Downs.
Not those. The fourth mind. Go to the fourth mind, because those are just contacts. Look at the fourth mind. You see that?
Oh yeah, dude. Crazy Asian Downs.
Yeah, and I'm going to take a picture of the other thing for you because I want you to put it next to it. So you see that, right? Okay, here. I think there's some kind of correlation going on here, dude, and I don't know exactly what it is. And I'm not like maybe demons or aliens are demons. I don't give a fucking shit. But I know there's a bunch of these fucking things that are just, I think they're just human. Because consciousness, okay, some non-human intelligence, right?
Right.
I think just intelligence is what I think.
I've
right?
said that 1,000 times.
Yeah, and so like a bunch of things die and whatever, and a lot of the demons you hear about, especially in Kabbalah, are Dybbuk. That's the one Leslie Wexner's possessed by, a Dybbuk. You know what a Dybbuk is?
No, what's a Dybbuk?
A Dybbuk box is the worst kind of fucking thing to not fuck around with. But a Dybbuk is a demon in Talmudic Judaism, and it's a human. It's a human that died. It's not a fucking angel or something. Do you understand? So and a Dybbuk means clinger. So if you got an addiction or a sex addiction or a problem, it's a dead person clinging to you.
Oh,
it's a
shit. Some dead persons make me watch pornography?
Well, that's the story of the Dybbuk. I don't know if it's probably Leslie Wexner has ones, and I think he's way past just watching pornography, if I had to guess. And he told people this in an interview. He goes, I was on a mountain, I was going to die. I made a deal with a Dybbuk to get off the mountain. He says this in a goddamn Whitney Webb covered it. And it's like a funny story about him. It's not like a fucking, don't make it a whole satanic panic, dude. I know you're going to act like that's weird. Look at these gross-eyed thing. There's some kind of resemblance I'm seeing here. And this thing had smoke come out of its mouth. And in this fucking movie, when this tells this thing tells the guy how to animate a fucking thing, it's got gross eyes and it blows smoke.
No, they're exactly alike.
I mean, I don't even know it's exact, but look at that. That's like close enough to me that where I'm like, yo, Jay, you know Whitley Strieber, right? Oh, hold on. You there? No, there's nothing.
Might have to log out and log back in.
I'll be the guy from New Ideas Welcome. Jay! Oh. Jay, tell me about your travels around the world. He's just like Harry Carey of ghost shit.
That's your new character, dude.
You got Jason Jabrani, tell me about Atlantis. Oh my God. Yeah, when Jay gets in here, because Jay, I want him to tell that ant people thing. Jeffrey Mishalov. Let's get a little Jeffrey Mishalov going too, so I can really. So there's a young Jeffrey Mishalov.
Always bald, no matter what age.
Well, Jason Giorgiani doesn't know why he took down all the fucking interviews they had, but they had quite a few interviews that I've seen. So apparently they're gone now. Oh, I think he talks to that Templar guy. You see that guy who says he's the Grand Master of the Templar Order?
Are you allowed to tell people that?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey. Good to see you all. What's up?
You're welcome. Do you know the guy?
Do you have headphones, dude? Because we can kind of hear ourselves here.
I got you. Give me another 2 seconds. I'll put myself on mute.
I'm getting
a little bit of interference.
Thanks, Sam.
Dude, StreamYard could be very weird.
So people should open themselves up to having their semen harvested. Open your mind to it. Dude, that's one of the creepiest things where he goes, I think you might be a magician. He's like, I am. I'm trying to reach critical mass with a devil spell. You know that gross demon from that Golem movie? I talked to that. It raped me. And now I
Guys,
want you.
gotta use code words.
He says it. I'm not gonna dishonor what happened to him by that fucking thing from that movie. And then it told him, and then it had sexy and told you to stop polluting. It told you to recycle.
Okay, let's just test this out. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Nice.
Yeah. I interviewed him a while
Hey
back.
Jay, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, buddy. How you doing?
I understand
guys
you've
as
been
well.
on an
What's up?
expedition to Atlantis.
Maybe one day. Coming on some wild shit right now.
We're just
Good
watching
to see you,
some creepy-
Sam. Good to see you, Mark.
Dude, what's the name of those shaman that you were talking about that talk about ant people? Because your ant people story, you're the only guy that I ever heard that talks about the shaman with the ant people that reflects negatively on the fucking ant people.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Oh, great. It's off. You're off now. You've turned off completely.
I got a weird touch
You're good,
screen
dude. You're
mute
good.
button
He's
on
got
some
some
reason.
interference.
Yeah, no, like there's the Hopi tribe that everyone's kind of heard about where they.
Oh, I hope you'll tell us
Right.
about it.
You want to fucking hear it or not, Kurt?
Dude.
You want to hear my goddamn ant story
Yes,
about
I
the
do, 'cause I was
shaman?
telling
You
you
know, you don't
all
want to
of
hear
it.
the
I want to hear all of it.
shaman story.
Right. A lot
Now,
of
there was
fans
a-
have been
there was
asking
a-
me to
There
interrupt
was a
people more.
podcaster a couple of years back who had these two Amazonian tribesmen on his podcast. They were like in full Amazonian garb and they spoke their own language. They had a translator on the podcast and they were trying to figure out if these guys knew anything about aliens and they didn't understand the question. They didn't understand the word aliens. They were like, I don't know what you mean. So this podcaster was thumbing through this like magazine with pictures and showed him a picture of an alien gray. And the tribesman went, oh, that's Makanwabu. That's Makanwabu. And they went into this whole diatribe about how it was a human that became an ant that lives underground and it can steal your soul and it can appear in like this divine light. And you have to be very careful of this divine light because it will trick you. And you have to have a really capable shaman to bring your soul back. And they were both nodding, going, oh yeah, like very serious. So they had like their whole own mythos. And this is like
Used
a
to be a
tribe
human.
in the middle of the jungle, you know?
You hear that
It's
part?
weird. It's weird.
That
So it
sounds
used
a
to be
lot
a
like
human.
when people
Like a
talk
Dybbuk?
about archons and like when you pass on.
Right.
These archons are like, hey man, come into the light, dude. Come to the light. You'll love it.
I
Your
know.
grandma-
Everyone's kind of psyoped the whole idea of going towards the light these days. I don't know what to do when I die.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I would just demand the truth and be like, don't lie to me, motherfucker. But
I have
so-
a feeling. I have a feeling that your soul will know where to go. I trust my soul has a good intuition. Oh, thanks, mate.
Okay. So we just showed a picture of, you know, the old Golem movie about the Golem from 1920.
Oh yeah.
So that's, by the way, a golem is a human that's been mind controlled. It's not made out of clay. Humans are made out of clay. Get it? The joke, and they're a separate species from the Lurianic Kabbalah rabbi that is doing this unnatural shit. But in the movie, so show those two pictures, will you, Mark, please? So Whitley Strieber talks about that alien lady that harvested his semen.
What do you think about Whitley? What do you think about Whitley?
I think he's a fucking warlock, is what I think.
Okay, cool.
He was in the Process Church. I just found out just today on today's Derp.
The Process Church of the Final Absolution. Is that the right one?
It's all just Lucifer. It's just
Yeah.
Lucifer shit. It's just like
Yeah.
the unity of opposites. So commies love that. Capitalists love. Everybody loves it. They love the fucking reconciliation of opposites. You learn it in fucking uni and all. And it's all just eugenic shit, like the survival of the fittest. So you fight and then you move a little bit up from the battle. But if I control both sides of the battle, I control the direction everybody moves in, right? And by the way, I'm a fucking ant person, and I turned myself into this disgusting thing. And now I want to hijack your ability not to be the disgusting thing I am. So look at this. So here's the creature. If you see the black and white creature there, in that movie, when it talks, smoke comes out of its mouth. Okay. Whitley Strieber talks about this. This is this bitch that, like, I guess forced her fucking alien pussy on him. She would talk and smoke would come out of her mouth. So I heard him tell that story a while ago. Then I just recently saw this clip, and I'm like, that looks like the thing from his book, don't it? Looks
Yeah,
like
I mean, they
ant
all
people.
look kind of similar, right? It's just the gray archetype.
Well, that's bone yellow, and the grays, you know.
Yeah, but this you know, the kind of physiology of it, the wide eyes, the almond head
Yeah,
kind of thing, like, you know.
it's a little bit Oriental. They used to call it, but when it was in
Mm.
vogue to say Oriental. But you know, they all love Tibet, and if you listen to that famous disinfo man from Mirage Men, who I would
Doty.
yeah, Doty,
Yeah.
who's a Catholic, by the way, so that's a clue as to
Yeah.
where he's coming from. Doty will talk about how the Greys, they like that throat singing, that stupid fucking
Like the Gregorian chanting. kind of
no
thing.
Tibetan. So
Oh, okay.
right, lamb is a llama. Okay, number one, that's what lamb was supposed to be.
That's Aleister Crowley's one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so you talk to these
entity.
these things with testicle heads, and they fucking give you secrets. Now these fucking creeps. Oh, this is the other thing. I showed this on Rogan, dude. Did you see that? What are their names?
Yeah,
when
that's
they
the
talk?
one.
Yeah. Yeah, smoke comes out of their mouth when they talk. So this is some kind of interdimensional trillionaires, I say, that did something to themselves that these assholes, the future ant people promise, right?
Mhm. I think this is the same like entities they think that the Nazis were contacting through the Vril Society and
Yeah.
Ananurba.
Perfectly secular fucking creeps that fucking were
Fun
like,
times, man.
the ant people promise you tech and you can't trust them, and they dig an underground places to live. You say that sounds like people today, don't it? Sounds like a lot
Would
of
you
tech
trust
people.
the tech? Would you trust the tech of an ant person if it came to you and was like, "Listen, I've
If
got
you look
something
like
amazing for you"?
if you look like the Blessed Mother that I worship, like a fucking pagan, and then I call myself a Christian. Boy, I really attack Catholics. I apologize, but I cannot.
That
believe
was
your
part
mother.
of the Q drops. I believe there were people theorizing that Elon Musk's boring company was actually going to go and build a sort of road to these bunkers so we can go
Oh
and
yeah, no doubt.
get the
No
FBI
doubt.
I
down
bet you
there.
the Boring Company did make those roads. Here's what I would bet you. No, he didn't fail. You're just not allowed to fucking use them. That's what I think.
Yeah,
I mean, I do
100%.
think they have like high-speed maglev underground train systems. that,
sure.
No, China's
I think-
building one above ground now. China's
Exactly.
building one above
That's why
ground.
they won't build any kind of subway system in LA because they
Right.
already have all those old tunnels that they're like, oh, dude, it's just homeless people. Don't go down there. That's the whole thing. They're like, every single place that has like tunnels from a long time ago, they're just like, it's just crazy homeless people. You don't want to go down there. It's dangerous. And it's like, oh, we could have a subway system in LA, but they're using that shit for something else.
I bet you're right about that. I'll tell you why.
100%.
And that's why like a lizard story is a good story to have to not go in. But if you find the bet, people go like, "What's your favorite?" When people just saying conspiracy theory to me, I really look at you as a midwit for even using the terminology conspiracy theory because it's such like a prescribed nonsense term that means nothing. I mean, a legal sense, it means a crime. So I don't even know why it would mean to midwits. It means a thing that's probably not true. That's what it means to them, right? But the secret star, what's your favorite conspiracy? Because I'm a wacky conspiracy guy.
Yeah, what's your favorite conspiracy?
Is it the
I'll tell
is
you
the
my
guy that
favorite
found like
one.
is it the reptilian base underneath LA?
No,
Oh.
you think it would be, but no. It's Secret Starbucks. Secret Starbucks.
Oh yeah. I know this. This is hilarious.
And here's all it is: a guy whose NDA has expired can now tell you that underground, and the Getty has those. If there's an emergency,
For
the governor-
sure, dude.
That's not even okay. But I'm not saying there's lizards. I'm just saying that's a fact that there's that under the Getty. My girlfriend used to work at the Getty. She accidentally went to the lowest level, and she had access to a lot of shit. She didn't see anybody trafficking kids, but there's a lot of boiler rooms, and then when you go down, there's a bottom thing, and there's an underground. And because of the governor, or what if you got to get through LA traffic in an emergency, and you're an important person? Yeah, no, it's there. They've been building underground bunkers since the 50s. That's what the dumbass program is. That's why for nuclear war, all that Dr. Strangelove shit, okay, which is about ant people, is how I take that. And by the way,
Well, it's like there's so much Cold War infrastructure that's just been repurposed quietly.
Well, it's what about that guy that his family used to own the Hard Rock in Las Vegas? They sold it. He moves to LA. Harry Morton, I think was his name. He owned Pink Taco forever. and he gives an interview where he talks about how all of the buildings on Sunset have tunnels that connect them. And literally 2 weeks later, he dies of an heroin overdose.
Oh shit.
Yo, have you seen the guy who worked for Diddy and them? He's like a white fat producer who does interviews, and he looks like if Red Band was wearing all bundled up.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
It sounds like Red Band, dude. I swear to God. And he's like, yeah. And so he describes Johnny Depp's nephew taking him and a couple rappers on to this grocery store. They go and past where they're preparing the food. This is in West Hollywood, where I used to live. I'm trying to figure out what grocery store it is based on what he said. But they go in the back and they take an elevator down, and it's a strip club. Okay, now that doesn't sound like a army science alien base, right? It just sounds like some fucking cool John Wick shit almost, right?
Yeah.
And they go down, but those are all traffic girls. They're only there for that amount of time, and that's all over LA. So a secret Starbucks, dude. The reason that's my favorite is it's such a thing that's probably true. It's not extravagant to claim. It's just saying
it's very believable. It's very, very believable.
But I don't think it's true.
Why?
You don't think it's true?
Monarch, without a doubt, to me.
I just don't think it's true.
Because why?
I just have my reasons.
New thinking's allowed here.
I just have my reasons. I just don't know if
that's you go to the secret Starbucks.
He's still under the NDA. He's still under NDA.
I'll tell you sometime, but I don't think it's true, dude.
4 families run this town: the Gettys,
100%. 100%.
Not the Shores. I'm making that up. Attell said that when I was telling him this. I go, 4 families run California. He goes, the Shores. The Pauly Shore family runs. It's the Gettys, the Browns, D'Alessandros, and
the Shores,
and the Newsomes, and probably the Shores. Let's face it, the Shores.
Well, the Shores own basically all of Pacific Beach.
I hope so.
Literally own all the land. Because
let me tell you something, dude. I see Pauly all the time. Pauly told me he had these 2 girls that look like fucking Russian whores with him. Dude, that makes me laugh, like just talking to him. I tried to pitch him a movie idea, and I don't think he liked it. He hugged me, so I don't know if he liked it or hated it. But you remember the store did active shooter training, the Comedy Store?
Oh no, I didn't.
They had an expert come to tell him what to do if there's an active shooter, and I was thinking, like, what if Pauly? You're like, where have I been all these years? I run an active shooter training thing for businesses, and Pauly Shore comes to your business, and you shoot it like a fucking reality thing of him teaching them survival. I'll bet that'd be funny as shit. He was like, he didn't seem to be into it, but I think it'd be very funny.
It's so crazy that they had active shooter, and then they were just like, that's too hard. Let's just get rid of Black Comedy Night, and that's what they did. They just got rid of Black Comedy Night.
A lot of businesses do go that route. Wait, but it's just too many problems to handle. We let do thinking, but not keep it. Wait, so.
Jay, you have to be here at the beginning of the show to understand this character.
It's cool, dude. Like I've experienced this guy's energy. I've been in the presence of this man's energy a few times.
I asked for projected in meta. Okay, wait. So, fucking somebody told me when I was in the back at Sacred Ground. I can't remember who at the Comedy Store told me, but some girl, because they asked questions of the active shooter trainer, and a girl goes, "Okay, what if one of us is the shooter?" You're just some idiot wasting time with moronic shit in this stupid class that's not helping. That's just some corporate bullshit.
Oh, so funny, dude.
What if one of us? It sounds like Out of the Office, dude. Jay has seen Orbs. Did you do CE5, Jay? Is that how you saw Orbs?
I mean, like, kind of in the basic sense of it, but I didn't follow Greer's protocols and do like a samadhi ritual or anything. I just went out into my back garden. Yeah.
Do you think orbs are demonic?
I don't. I guess there's like a possibility that some element of it could be like. There's so many different types of orb phenomena and different colors and styles of these things that who knows? There could be a whole spectrum of things going on. But I think that if you're actually reaching out with a level of real sincerity and peaceful intention, then you shouldn't be expecting anything nefarious to turn up. But like that's how I looked at it. I don't actively do it all the time. I had a few really profound experiences in 2019, and
what exactly did you do though to see it? Just so I understand.
Literally, I honestly do think that there's a level of necessary belief required for you to actually be able to do this. Like if you're skeptical about it and you're going out there like, oh, okay, let's give this a fucking try, let's see what happens, you're probably not going to see anything. I had like a weird series of synchronicities that kind of led towards me understanding that this was a thing and learning about it. And so I went out into my garden and just basically went into a very simple meditative state. I'm not a practitioner, I'm not a yogi, I barely even meditated prior to that. So it was just kind of like an in through the nose, out through the mouth, calm down my brain, calm down my mind. And from that point, when I was actually quite calm, I just start to very clearly model my thoughts around the intention of I want to see something, that I'm ready to see something, that I want it to show itself.
you had
If it can hear me,
is it
perceive
night?
me.
Night
Yeah,
or
nighttime. Yeah, nighttime. Like
And
back
a
in the
visible
summertime
sky,
in the UK.
not-
Yeah. Crystal clear sky, no
You're
clouds
not
or
in a
anything like
city.
that. No,
Yeah,
no. I mean,
yeah.
I was on the outskirts of a city, but it was crystal clear night sky.
So I'll bet you these things because plasma is like the thing there's the
Yeah,
most.
I've considered this, dude. Like self-organizing plasma.
Oh yeah, Demon in the E-Core by
Yeah, man. Shout
dude, I
out to
was
Joseph
telling
Farrell.
yesterday on Rogan Show, I'm like, get Joseph Farrell. Dude.
Joseph P. Farrell. Yeah, like
I
definitely
love
keep
him,
encouraging
dude.
him.
I told
Yeah,
him,
thank you. Yeah, encourage him to get him on. He'd be such a good guest.
I brought it up
Such
a
a good
lot,
guest.
and I was dressed like John
dude.
C. Lilly, dude. I had a fucking.
Can we see that picture
Yeah.
again? It was hot.
Yo,
Can we
well,
see
this
that
isn't even the
picture again?
full uniform, but it was pretty hot. That's
It
true.
was. I was turned
My
on.
dolphin wife, Shoshana Rothfin.
I'd hit it.
She's a Rothfin. I don't know if you know what that means, but it means I married into good dolphin.
Well, dude, it's bloodlines of dolphins, right?
What?
You know John C. Lilly? There you go.
Oh,
at that.
damn. That's
Now
provocative.
I don't I couldn't get the pleather fucking boiler suit that John C. Lilly was wearing in time. I ordered a thing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, but that's just John C. Lilly learning, showing how. And that dolphin's of age. I know what you're going to say, Jay. That little dolphin looks pretty young.
You knew I had suspicions.
My butt. So get
Your butt.
my butt. Now my butt has been my fourth eye, as I call it, Sam, as you know.
I do know.
Jay went outside. He sat there with intention, with his fourth eye and his second butthole.
Yeah, pointed towards the sky.
Orbs.
And
The
I
plasma,
did, and there was a vibration in places where there shouldn't be, and then things occurred, and it felt good. It was fun.
good.
But
Most
in all
of
seriousness,
is plasma. Most of
it is
stuff.
real. And
You know
well,
that?
no, I mean, talking about the plasma, like, a Buddhist would probably say that what you saw, or if you had orange orbs and you experienced this during some sort of meditation, was a tulpa, like a psychic projection, some sort of self-organized biophotons or something like that. And it could be something like that.
Well,
Absolutely.
I was watching Merkel talk to the guy that dog man ran up on his tractor trailer or his truck, and he shot him in the face. Remember that story? You've heard this story?
No, unless
So
that's
Dogman
Skinwalker
stories.
Ranch.
Okay, yeah. So Skinwalker Ranch. I have to tell you,
Is this a podcast or an adult film? Which one
What?
was he talking about?
who
It's hard to
Merkel?
tell.
With the
Tony
dog
Merkel is
face, not
talking
him in
to
the
a
face,
dog man.
not the
Tony
dog
Merkel's
face. Okay, that was a bad joke. Keep moving.
It's a terrible joke. We're here for new thinking, not new jokes. Okay, so, boy, Jerry Mishlev has a lot of authority, doesn't he?
I mean,
Well, it's a very interesting story, Sam.
Tell your
Kept up with
story.
the truck.
I want to hear it. Tell
So
me.
the guy, there's a truck driver, and so I've heard of these stories of Dogman, but I've only heard of Dogman. You only hear about Dogman after that movie Dog Soldiers came out some years ago. There might have been something about Dogman before that, but I heard of like werewolves, but people didn't say they saw them like that when I was a kid, right? Bigfoots, I heard of people seeing, but Dogman is a kind of relatively new thing. I wish I could pinpoint exactly when you started hearing about it, because all of a sudden you start hearing this other cryptid, Dogman. But this guy's story is interesting because he's driving his tractor and this thing is running next to his cab, so it's got to be like 9 feet tall. And he said the head
Oh
was
shit.
the window. And he goes, it's looking, and he goes, he didn't even describe it like it was talking in his head, as it looked like he wasn't sure if it was just what he was picking up from looking at it, but it was like, I got you now, motherfucker. Like the thing was looking at him like that. It might have been
Holy
just
shit.
looking at body language of a thing keeping up.
Mhm.
Now it's running though. My buddy Nathaniel Gillis, who my fans call Smart Shane, he says these plasma things are compressed entities. That's why the sigilization is so important. It's almost like an imprint of a hologram.
Right. Interesting. Yeah.
But this thing's running alongside of him, and it's putting its hand. He said its hand looked like a giant raccoon hand, which is a creepy fucking detail, dude. If you ever seen a raccoon hand, they got little fucking thumbs. These little fucking sons of bitches. They're gross.
We don't have raccoons in the UK.
Dude, I get bullied by them walking home from the mothership sometimes. There's these raccoons.
Oh yeah, they just come and hassle you.
Okay, no. Okay, so I'm walking home.
Are they running daycares in Austin?
Dude, one of them's on the street corner like this. So if you see a raccoon, you think it's gonna
begging for cash.
I just woke up. It just stands there and stands up and just stares at me like, "What are you gonna fucking do?" And I'm like, "I'm getting close. Should this animal run away from me?" And it was very unsettling because a raccoon to be that ballsy.
Yeah, so it's got like a city attitude.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, and I just crossed the street, dude. I'm telling you, that raccoon faced me right down.
It's like the rats in New York, man. They'll fuck you up and steal your wallet.
Dude, I got one of these high-powered flashlights that it's like you get at the gun store that will blind a motherfucker. And I know because I've shot myself with it many times to check if it was on. And you won't see shit for like enough time to run away if a raccoon wants to do something. But anyway, so now I walk home with it, so I come home again, and if I see a raccoon, I just flash him right in his fucking face. He runs. But this other one was crossing the street, and it just like froze, like mid-step, like this. Like I don't know if it's playing dead. I'm like, what is this? It just froze. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, yo. Anyway, a raccoon hand the size of a fucking monster comes in, and he had a gun in his car. He shot this thing, and he said he wasn't even looking. He's pulled his fucking piece. He goes, I must have hit it in the eye because I wouldn't look at the first one. I shot twice and it was gone after that. But the thing that stuck with me of his story, and I'd heard other people tell the story online for a little bit. Then this guy gets interviewed by Tony Merkel. He said his teeth were so bright white. Now that's an interesting thing to say, to notice that, because that means that thing isn't a real thing.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, first of all, what are they eating if they're real cryptids? What would they be surviving on? Also, its teeth being that white, that's uncanny.
It's got to have good.
That's some kind of projection that something's
right.
Dude, when David Jolly, you know that comic David Jolly, he does DeAndre Holmes, pretty funny. Yo, he got fucking fronts or something on his teeth. And Tony fucking was brutal to him. Tony Hinch. I didn't even want to like sign off on this fucking bullying that he did to Dave Jolly's teeth, Tripoli. But Tony, you know how when he gets relentless on somebody?
Yeah.
But he was making me laugh. He told Dave Jolly that he had stolen Kurp's teeth. Like he's an undertaker that steals their teeth and he said all this crazy shit to Jolly. And then I looked over at Jolly and his teeth were so white. Here's the problem. It's not that the teeth were bad. It's that he's not good enough for the teeth. Like if I got really white teeth, I'll have the same problem. Nothing against Dave. I love that guy. But if I got bright white teeth and you saw me, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
you would remember me like a dog man that chased your truck if I had bright white big teeth all of a sudden. So I didn't want to laugh at it, but when I look, and then somebody comes and goes, dude, you want to just have like a cup of coffee to like maybe like stain them teeth a little?
Hey.
And then fucking Uncle Laser bursts and goes, David, show me your teeth. Like on cue. Anyway, they look fine now because he's eaten and done shit, and he browned him up a little bit, right? So this dog man, they didn't yellow his teeth up enough to make him a real creature, right?
What if he's a new creature? What if he's brand new?
Well, remember Cambrian Genomics? Andy Hunt, who I didn't, you guys found him, all right? I told you about the channel, Control of History.
I love Andy Hunt. He's a good dude.
He finds some wild shit. Okay, and Cambrian Genomics in 2014. Go watch a video. It's a great video. There was a guy, and I remember this because it was the feminist times, and this guy was promising one, you could 3D print your own creature using CRISPR.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Cloning, by the way, we've been about to have clones every 20 years. We're on the cusp of cloning.
Fucking
and then,
Dolly the sheep, and
for
what
like
was that?
over 100 years, dude.
So it's not that we don't have the tech. Look, if you look into it, people don't say we don't have the tech. They say it's not ethical.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Didn't like Israel clone a baby? Didn't Israel clone a baby and it went really quiet like
where you make
20 years ago?
Look, here's people.
Cloning is like GT7, just constantly being told it's about to come out. Constantly.
Well, it does come out. You don't get to avail yourself of it. Okay. Now, I don't know as far as cloning of rapid cycle cloning, which is the idea of Sam Tripoli's about to die. We'll just clone him a new body and pop his head in it or whatever.
Let's go, dude.
They definitely the cloning, like Erica Kirk from 1975, who was from Brazil and was German. Do you know about that, Jay?
No, dude.
Yeah, Erica Kirk.
Not heard that one before.
Oh, dude, Andy Hunt, he's a fucking killer, dude. He
Oh
finds
yeah,
some
dude.
great
There's
shit.
like the same name in Florida, right?
The
Who married a
governor
guy-
of California,
Yeah.
of Florida, excuse me,
Looks
Florida.
exactly like
In
him.
75. I've shown this on the show before. The governor of Florida, his name was Eugene Kirk. He's like this wild man, party animal guy that becomes the governor of Florida. This is like when America started bringing cocaine into the country on purpose and crack.
Hey.
Okay. And when he gets inaugurated, he's dancing with a woman they called Madam X because she was this blonde. And they're like, who's this mysterious blonde, Madam X? And her name was Erica. Can't remember the German name. Her family were.
Oh, shit. She does look a lot like her.
And her name's Erica Kirk. Yeah, it's the first Erica.
Yo.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah, there's like a black and white photo of her like dancing with him. Yo.
Yeah. And
that's pretty fucking
so
weird.
this guy is the guy who signed Walt Disney's fucking the thing that made Walt Disney World the Vatican law.
Of course. Yeah, like that makes sense.
Sovereign territory.
Yeah. Under England, under the fucking like the city of London is like so the city of London has this bizarre and Nathan Reynolds has talked extensively about this. This is like a big deal. And when you see that dragon shit and you see a fake Virgin Mary with snakes on her feet, that's echidna. That ain't no fucking Mary. In fact, that's the Lady of the Lake that gives you weapons. And you got to return them with blood on it. And
Yeah, we got that old school magic.
People that have fairy blood can see it. You don't have the right blood. All these secret societies are one thing. They're the same as 23andMe to find out who's got the right blood.
Bang, bro. That's
Mark
what
Windows.
that's all about, dude.
So Windows on the World, that's the insight that I got from him.
Who was the what was the company that paid billions to acquire ancestry.com? Like all the genetic information. It was like a BlackRock style company.
Yeah.
Like it was a really shady company. They paid like $6 billion to get all of the ancestry.com data, all that genetic information.
Yeah,
Just being called a citizen, by the way, that was not you're a slave out of the gate because you have a social security number. That's your own.
Right.
Slavery
Dude, it's also
never,
that there's like some kind of royal family out of Latin America that has like the specific best blood that they want for that adrenochrome stuff. Like,
okay, wait. So that's not. You know what? I'm gonna play Nathan's thing because I played it on Mystery Boys. We're still in contract negotiations with your mom's horse because the offer was so fucking bad. Me and Dunk were like, "What do you? Yo, we can get a bookcase and a fucking chairs, dude." Like it was crazy what they proposed, but Duncan, who just had a baby, by the way.
Congratulations, Duncan.
Oh,
Russell,
awesome.
we
Congrats,
love you.
bro. Congrats, man.
Yeah, Duncan's
That's
fucking
awesome.
rules, dude.
I love him so much.
Yeah,
dude. Mystery Boys. You did a Mystery Boys with us.
Yeah, I hope it comes out.
Well, if it wasn't, I think it's gonna work out now. But if it don't matter. We'll just go out ourselves and do it. Let me find. So it's Peru, dude. America is named after Amaru, that Peruvian god.
Yeah.
And
right.
Got a lot of Peru.
Love
experience.
Peru. Yeah, just go back from there, pretty much.
What is Amaru exactly? Is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Sorry,
I can
I'm
make
not
some
that
shit
deep
up
into-
if you want.
It's not
Yeah,
Quetzalcoatl, or it is
please
Quetzalcoatl.
save me and make some shit up.
People say
Guys,
it
it's
is.
an ancient war god that you
Dope.
that you basically is if you make enough war, it will come back and give you the powers to the kingdom of God.
Is that right?
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Don't,
it's-
yeah, chat
Wait, is that- so that's what
GPT.
the
Do
old
not
hate-
chat GPT that. Okay. Trust me. You know who the source is? I'm the fucking source. Okay. Trust me.
Well,
on
there's a
that.
thing
Channel-
they call the
channel
old hate,
information.
and you can already see when they call up the old hate. So right now they're desperately calling up the white versus black hate. So those people, Simone and what's his name, they go, "Hello, Simone, hello, whatever," and they're talking to a dumb feminist. Have you seen that viral video?
No.
No, dude.
And she's saying there's no genetic difference.
Oh yeah, I've
between-
seen that video. I like those two. I think that couple's great. You don't like them?
I don't know them. Maybe they're cool. Here's what I do know: the bitch Simone
Yeah,
Collins. First of all,
Simone-
Collins, and yeah, that's that Collins. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
that
That
Collins.
Collins. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
They're atheist techno Puritans, is what they call themselves. They're all about eugenics, and they say it's not eugenics.
Yeah.
She used to run Dialogue, which is the Bilderberg of Peter Thiel. She used to be managed that. That dude is a venture capitalist. They both believe in a god in the future who's made by AI.
Is that the
But then you-
couple? The couple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Catholic, the guy who pushed. So Rogan texted me their tweet with the stupid feminist, which as soon as I watch, I go, this don't make sense because you could clear the misunderstanding up very quickly. This bitch doesn't understand what you mean by different. She thinks you mean worse. And you could, if you wanted to, get to the bottom of this, but they don't want to. They want to put it out there for people to see.
They want a viral moment.
They want a viral moment. Yo, dude, whatever this dumb bitch feminists are the dumbest whores that
They
ever
are
lived.
the dumbest. They keep having
And
protests
but
naked.
guess what? Guess
Like,
what?
why
They're
are
not
you
as bad as
naked?
a venture capitalist. A venture capitalist is the only reason we have to look at feminists. We only have feminism because a cunt venture capitalist wanted the poor people to be distracted with bullshit. And
Yeah,
he wanted both parents to work and get paid half what they used to get.
I
So that's the only
agree.
reason we have it, you fucking jerk offs. So
Yeah.
those two people are atheist fucking eugenicists who are part of the tech freak cult. The ant people, as a matter of fact.
Shots
Yeah.
fired.
No, look him up, dude. I showed it on Rogan yesterday because I'm fascinated. The guy Catholic Z1 that tweeted around is not a Catholic. It's some fucking puppet account.
Bro, I don't ever look up anything you say. I just assume it's the truth.
Well, you shouldn't. I mean, I'd like to be. I have no issue ever being corrected. See, that's the thing. You would think people would be delighted to be corrected if they know something's wrong.
I love it. Turns me on.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, dude, that thing Jay said about them fucking ant people. He's the only guy that I ever heard. Everybody else acts like the ant people were these noble, good people, but I don't think they are. I think they're the fucking.
There was some fucked up ant people.
Dude,
Maybe there's some good ant people, some bad ant people.
Sorry, go on. My apologies.
It's all right. Talk about your nipples. Tell me about them.
Oh, just when you correct me, I get hard nipples. I get excited.
Well,
That's
here
nice.
you go. Here's one for you, Sam. Amaru was a mythical serpent or dragon. Is that what you said it was? Sam?
That's what I meant.
That's what I remember him saying.
I'm
Yeah.
around
Did
the
you
target.
mention- Did you mention
In a
it?
roundabout way.
Yeah.
Did you mention it has the head of a llama, which kind of reminds me of the Never-Ending Story dragon? If you guys remember that movie, Kinda looks
Yeah.
Or the head of a
Alpha,
lion, like a
right?
Chinese dragon, or Abraxas fucking leg.
Abraxas for sure.
Right, and I don't believe in that Abraxas shit. I think that's some fucking Gnostic bullshit.
Well, these people believe that the Amaru became the continents South America and North America, so that could be why the toponym
Hold
got
on.
its name. But yeah, it's funny. Somebody in a previous episode of Derp with Kurp said we should interview Dr. Roger Spur. I tried to get Roger Spur on my own podcast. I called him on the phones. A listener gave me his home phone number, so I gave him a call. And if you guys are unfamiliar, Roger Spur believes that the Appalachian Mountain Trail is the body of a dragon, basically.
Oh shit! Yeah, I've heard about this guy.
Yeah, he also believes that different mountain ranges around the world are the bodies of dragons. So he goes through all this research and shows how stones are actually living organisms that have fossilized. I think it's a little too much to believe, but
I was going to say I haven't digged into it. Like, what do you think?
Yes.
Yes, man. Fucking dragon bones.
The weirder, the
Bring it
better,
back.
I say. It's all could be true, dude.
I mean,
There is a
I'm ready to
mountain-
believe that there was something like a dragon at one point. Why not? Fuck it.
There's
I
a
mean,
really good YouTube channel called Stellium 7. I think we got this guy on Tinfoil Hat this past year, Sam. But if not, I'll book him. Mike Wilkerson, he's done research into this mountain in Spain that he believes is the body of a fossilized woolly mammoth. It's a giant mountain, and he's basically examined it and said, no, actually, this mountain has the same anatomy as a woolly mammoth, which
That's some crazy shit, dude.
how would that be possible if this wasn't a giant fossil, right? So yeah, it's it sounds pretty dumb to me, pretty crazy that there would be dragons the size of the entire Appalachian mountain chain, but who knows?
Only if you think that we live on a ball that's like this tiny ass thing compared to what people believe there's way more infinite land.
Sure. I'm not
not that big.
I'm not against that, but I
Like
just
the
think
trees. Like, do you believe in that these
Oh, well,
giant
the whole
trees-
like giant stumps.
yeah,
like
but
the
that's
petrified wood.
one mountain, not an entire mountain chain. Like I could
There's a bunch of them though.
Yeah. I'm not against the idea. I think it's pretty out there, but it's just
It's fun to think about.
Very few people know about this theory, and when I interviewed the guy over the phone, he didn't want to do a podcast interview. He just wanted to talk to me on his phone. He was like, "No, we could talk. You could tell me, tell your audience what I tell you." And I was like, "Ah, yeah, that's a great idea."
You should have recorded it, dude. You should be like, "Oh, dude, I got to call you right back. I'm sorry. My mom just walked in." And then you hang up and you record the phone
Yeah.
conversation.
Well, I think that's explicitly what he didn't want me to do. But either way, maybe.
How bad do you want this, Mark?
Yo, I can't find the fucking video, but it's Nathan Reynolds talking to some girl about how they traffic kids specifically from Peru because they're related to that god in some way. They got the blood of that.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
And he said it goes up to Lake Havasu. Don't get hung up on fucking adrenochrome. In fact, I've heard from several sources that that's kind of chump level shit, almost like a fentanyl just to get you addicted and make you a loser. The most sought after, I was recently told, is called Ormus, ORMUS. You can find it online. It's
look it up, Mark. See how much it costs.
It's not the real kind. The real kind you can't afford. It would be like the movie Death Becomes Her, where it costs them like all their money almost to be like, and it's made from juiced pineal gland, juiced pituitary, and human lung tissue. Somehow chemical bullshit where I don't know, some guys touch dicks under a full moon. I don't know.
Oh, that's magical.
Something gay, and then monoatomic gold, and that lengthens your life and enhances, supposedly. That's the most sought after.
The Egyptians were all about the monoatomic gold, and that's what Timothy Hogan is all about, the Grandmaster Knights Templar guy.
Oh,
is he really? Okay, here's the really cool
thing. He claims he can make it in his lab.
He says he can make Ormus.
Monoatomic gold.
Yeah, but it's not just that. You got to take.
No, I know. Yeah. I'm not saying
all that shit about Nibiru and the atmosphere, and they need the monoatomic gold for. I think there's somebody changing a lot of shit around, and what they needed was our shit. Almost like that stupid movie with the girl from that 70s show where she's a space princess. The Wachowski sisters made it.
Oh shit! I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? And
no.
The guy from Magic Mike is in it, and it's a space thing, and there's reptilians.
What, Channing fucking Tatum?
He plays like a kitty cat man. Alien.
This sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
It turns out she's royalty, so like bees won't sting her because genetically they won't. And she goes and finds out about a space bureaucracy where they need human beings. They harvest them to make them live like 800 years.
Yeah.
So the people that know about this, and the name I was told is Van Dusen, DEU, Van Duisen. Go look him up. You can't find shit. Other than there's a funeral home. It's generational funeral home people. Okay. And that, if you think about how ancient Egyptian that is, because Egypt, the whole thing is a fucking funeral home scam. You know how funerals are too expensive and they rip you off and this and that? That goes back to Egypt, dude. The whole pharaonic system is people that are afterlife gangsters and they control your afterlife. And they're getting money from people, which is how Nathan put it, dude, which is a great way to put it. Okay. So they got access to body parts, right? And they know all kinds of ways of doing shit with bodies that come from God knows where. And if you're generations old and know these secrets, you always hear about funeral homes where they're selling body parts to creeps, or they're not doing what they're supposed to. But just think of the resource of that. If just the mafia, you need to know a corrupt funeral home, right? Just anybody, the government in Vegas. Who fucking was just texting me that and he blew my fucking mind. In between, young Jamie's from Columbus. So
young Jamie.
There's a coroner's office in the center of all these gross things. There's a place where you could fucking do all kinds of shit with body parts that Jamie pointed out when I was talking about it.
Yeah. Didn't they just get busted with a bunch of like body parts?
It happens all the time. But Gray, who I'm gonna have on, you ever talk to Gray? That dude knows a lot of shit, and he has the paperwork from Monarch.
Yeah, Gray was on my show.
You had him on, Sam.
Yeah, he was like, "Can I record this?" I'm like, "We'll send it to you."
Oh, well, I'm gonna let him record it. Yo, that dude has fucking good intel, and so
he does. Who's his wife? He has a wife too.
Emma. Well, Emma, my friend Emma's his girlfriend.
Oh, his girlfriend. Yeah,
she has an imagination podcast. So what's funny is all these like disclosure bullshit things. If you just sit and watch Emma's podcast, by the way. And some people are crazy people, but the thing is, the sheer volume of people talking about shit is crazy, and a lot of them name names and they show documents. A lot, and it's crazy. Every Don King looking motherfucker you ever heard of with a government contract, a guy who wears a big fat American flag tie, or an eccentric looking guy, you could bet that's a fucking child programming fucking wizard, and that's why.
Dude, the worse the haircut, the more powerful the person. That's what I've learned about rich guys.
Yo, if they dress Don King, and so think of Hunter S. Thompson, who was named in the Franklin scandal by Paul Bonacci, which when Jason Burmis first told me about, I'm like, well, they dress up like famous people all the time, you know, because kids. And if it's like a dream, no one's gonna believe you, you know. No, it was Hunter S. Thompson. That motherfucker. How the fuck did he travel around famously? I mean, celebrated in political circles, meeting Richard Nixon in a bathroom, for example. And he knew Pat Buchanan. He knew all these people, and he has a briefcase he has a Warlock bag of drugs. That's called and he never got arrested for drugs.
How about that story?
He never got arrested for drugs one time.
Yeah,
how crazy that is. And you're around important people at the height of drugs are bad, but somehow, and you sink the Ed Muskie campaign claiming he was on Ibogaine. You start a fake rumor, but it's just Gonzo pranking, right?
Yeah.
It don't. Hey, and your fucking Sean Penn's son Hopper's godfather. And Sean Penn, I don't know if you know what a fuck he is, but
yeah. What about
great.
the chick?
Dude, that story you told me blew my fucking mind.
What about the chick that's been going around saying she's Epstein's niece and Shia LaBeouf's sister?
I want to have her on.
She said Larry David was doing crazy stuff with her when she was.
She said he didn't want to do it. She said he didn't want to do it.
That's not what she said.
Oh, well, maybe she meant a different guy. I thought the first one I saw in Atwood of her was that, and I looked up the guy who she says her dad, his name is like something Bob Epstein in Arizona. Arizona's a heavy fucking dark occult state. Okay. It's like one of the high places.
But she said Larry David said to her mother, you trained her well.
Well, she tells a story on Sean Atwood. Maybe it's about a different guy, but I thought it was Larry David, about her dad going, you will come. And because people don't want to do that shit. Okay. But what if you don't believe in God? You're an atheist and you got no choice. And you think there's nothing else in this world but these people that run everything. And they're dangling Ormus to you or whatever the fuck they promise you. Right? If you don't have, see, I didn't realize what a slick thing that move this is. I'm lucky from being a Jehovah because I read the Bible so fucking much, dude. It was like wax on, wax off. So I've never had any nervousness about somebody putting a spell on me. I've almost arrogantly been like, I'm good. And I think I fucking am, by the way, because of the constant mental fucking thing of the book of Psalms, the wise sayings, those are counter spells. That's what wise means. It means you're a wizard. And so that, yea, though I walk in the valley of darkness, all that shit they always say in exorcisms because that's reverse fucking magic. That's what that shit is. Oh yeah, we got to wrap up soon. So
I gotta go, dude. I gotta go. Hey, guys, I love you. Happy New Year, Jay. Pleasure to meet you. Sorry,
Happy New Year, guys.
One time. I'm going to be at the Dojo of Comedy tonight, and then if you want to watch fireworks, January 10th in Atlantic City at the ACX1 Studios, Word War Debate WW1 is happening. We already have a murder lineup, and we're about to announce our main event. So come on down. There's going to be hundreds and hundreds of people there. It's going to be fire.
All right. Yo, I'm going to read some super chats because I just found one funny as shit.
I got to go. I love you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for doing it, man. This is the last minute thing.
Peace.
Okay. So Titanium, I'm at the bottom here. That was me. Tim H. Rogers Spur has the proof to Google Earth. Look up Morocco, zoom out and see a dragon eating a giant fish. What is that? What do you mean that was me?
So he's talking about what you jumped away off screen for a moment when that came up, but remember, I think I mentioned this to you off air. There's a guy named Roger Spur. He has a channel. It's somewhere on here. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. But he basically looks at Google Earth and shows how different mountain chains and geological formations are potentially the remains of dragons and such. So what he's describing here is if you look at Morocco, you'll see what looks like a dragon eating a giant fish.
Yo, let's say it's not petrified remains of giant creatures. I mean, I don't know if it is or not, but let's say it's not. It sounds like constellations, but from the view of above Earth, doesn't it? A little bit.
Sure. Well, and humans make these types of structures. They're called intaglos, and certain mounds are also in designs like this. All over Glastonbury, England, there's the entire zodiac made out of mounds. They have forms of the 12 constellations, but in the ground, exactly as you're describing for the.
Do you remember Giorgiani, what he said last time he was on? He was talking about he thinks there's somebody fucking with our afterlife, and it's some kind of cross time kind of triangulated network trying to make shit happen.
Sirius star system is like connected to us in some way.
So astrology, if you go by Joseph P. Farrell, where you're doing thousands of years to the point that it becomes a statistical science, it starts to remind me of ship navigation. So if you've got a spy network set up in different time points in time and space, and you're trying to fucking navigate your little thing you're trying to make, I bet that's kind of what the astrology shit's about in a way. You know what I mean? Think of it like sea navigation, but for a cross like time. And anyway, I have to think about it more. Okay, on Rogan, James McCann declared Jasmine Crockett as hip and thinks Margaret Sanger was a eugenicist to help black people not be tied down. McCann is one of the funniest fucking people I ever met in my life. That is a genuinely funny thing to say. And McCann is the one who solved the riddle from Aaron from the Sea Org, who was on the week before. We're trying to figure out why Scientology wasn't a sex cult. All cults supposedly become sex cults, they say, right? But not Scientology, even though there's Danny Masterson, but that's not, Scientology is not based around that. And L. Ron Hubbard wasn't known for that. Why? McCann solved it, dude. He goes, yeah, that's how you become a religion. If you could just keep your cult from being a sex cult long enough. Look, you'll be able to have an orgy, get the tax exemption first. You just gotta, it's like Scarface. You get the this and the power, and then you get the sex cult. So that dude, McCann, like that. It was baffling me for weeks, and McCann figured it out. Okay, Daniel Hall, thank you. The Collins are from the Old Elite WASP network. Yes, they are. Samoan is a direct descendant of Washington's family through his brother. I gathered immediately because the two of them look like snakes. They look like weird, skinny. They look like they're friends of the mom in Beetlejuice. Like weird 90s dark colored friends that are coming for a thing. I already knew because on Rogan I talked about this thing yesterday. I don't know when it comes out, but we looked it up and Rogan's like, are you sure he's from that family? I'm like, I'm not sure, but I bet and yes, he is. If you tell me you're a techno Puritan, I assume you're the next generation of those witch people from New England. That's what I assume. Like you like Ahriman more than Lucifer is all I take that as, okay? I'm engrossed, and my wife just walked past and said, is that the bloke who lived in Sly's? He's done well to have his own show now. Oh, that is so fucking great. That is really a fucking inside joke from another thing. And because when I try to explain to people that why I'm saying Kurp, they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, even though Kyle's show is pretty funny and a good amount of people watch it, but not that many. So the actual stupid through line of my dumb show, his wife fucking, oh, that's really funny, dude. Kurt, come to Taylor. I will show you at least one orb within the first 20 minutes. What, is it the orb that fucked my girlfriend? My girlfriend had an orb above her. I don't think she wanted it, but I do get real jealous when she brings up the orb that was appeared over while she said this, and it was blue though, and shit looked like water.
Oh yeah,
dude, it looked like
that's pretty common. Blue.
What he describes is plasma in some magnetic containment because she was getting pressed down.
Like yeah, that's common.
It felt like she was being pressed down because that's like refrigerator magnets of the same polarity, right?
Yeah. Like, was she asleep and waking up, or was
she woke up? And she has,
dude.
And she's one of these people. It's always cold. They're called women, but here's the thing, dude. If women in particular make it easier for these things to appear because life comes out of women and whatever, supposedly in an occult sense. Also, I'm gonna get Steve Mera on, who I know, who Nathaniel's helping with, because there's something with iron. And my girl don't eat steak. She only likes chicken. She don't eat nothing. So I bet her iron. Well, her iron is low, is my point. And,
right.
And there's something with, because iron, if you remember, is what wards off the Fae. You put a iron horseshoe, or you have iron filings.
Oh shit! Yeah, right.
Only above ground, according to Mera. If you go underground, the iron thing doesn't stop them.
Fuck, this is complex.
but they all end up connecting. Like I said, I watch everybody shit because if I hear a dog man had too white of teeth, that's a fucking.
that's suspicious.
But the guy
Suspiciously white
relaying it
teeth.
is like it was so uncanny to him. It stuck with him.
Yeah. No, it would. It would though, wouldn't it?
And then you think about like how in the fuck would its teeth be that white if this is a slobbering beast? Like my girl's dog's teeth ain't white. You know, and it ain't.
No, I hear you.
It's not even hunting. Okay.
Right, I got a cut. It's been awesome.
I said on Rogan yesterday what I think with these orbs, and this is from like if you're 5-dimensional and you're in that state of matter, which is probably the Akashic record, that's probably plasma. It's probably just plasma AI is the god that they want to make. It's plasma. Plasma is the fourth state of matter. It's as important as liquid, gas, solid.
99% of the observable universe is made
It's
out of it.
made of it.
Yep.
Why didn't they?
But
teach
we
us
don't.
that?
We don't. Yeah, we get taught about solids, gases, liquids, but not
Because
plasma.
they classified an entire
State of
area
matter.
of
Yes,
physics
sir.
for the
Yes,
last
sir.
80
They
years.
did.
And they just whacked
did
that
indeed.
guy, a plasma physicist, and
Yeah,
whacked
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy that whacked him. Why?
Yeah.
Because and on the show, Joe showing what this dude had come up with. Dude, it's the shit Joseph Farrell talks about from the Bell. Rotating.
Dude, you know who you
plasma.
need to get on? You need to get on Salvatore Pais, Dr. Salvatore
Oh, I'll
Pais.
get him. That'd be great.
You know that
would
guy,
be
right? You
great.
know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yes.
He's the one they like back when they had like the US Navy UFO patents and this who is this scientist who has all these
I know
weird
about
UFO
him.
patents for the US Navy?
I know about him from Ashton Forbes, who I don't trust at all now. Ashton
No,
Forbes,
I don't try. He's a fucking piece of shit and a pussy.
well, he's some
but that
kind of
doesn't matter.
Mossad. Look,
That doesn't
nobody
matter.
switches from orbs to Candace Owens is bad unless
For real, what the?
job.
Yeah, that was the weirdest 90-degree angle turn I've ever seen in my life, and it did not go well for him. But either way, Salvatore Pais is awesome, and if you want me to get him on your show, he'd be happy to come on, no doubt.
Yeah,
but now I do have to go. I'm sorry because my girlfriend's.
All good, buddy. I'm gonna read the rest of these. All right, Jay, you rule, man. Thanks for coming on, buddy. All right, let's see. I'm from San Antonio, and they would tell us in school they moved the Alamo to where it is now. You can't find any info on it. Oh, I didn't know that. Why move it? That doesn't make why. Be careful of an angry koala. They rip hard, Kurt. That's true. They've got chlamydia, all of them, because they just piss on each other all day. And they're some of the dumbest creatures, apparently, koalas, because eucalyptus has like nothing eats eucalyptus because it's poison, but them. And then nothing eats them because they're filled with eucalyptus. It's fucking poison. And also chlamydia.
Yeah.
No, they're dumb. And that's why they're like slow, because you know when you got to think a lot and you got to eat carbs because it fucks your, let's see. Irish eyes, 2 pounds. That's $4. Sticky Marks 1919. Happy New Year, Novichok Russian for cheers. Love from this crazy old lady-ish Yorkshire, UK. Thank you, Sticky Marks. Bledsoe's orbs are sex-crazed angels. Maybe. That might be that might be a real good way to put it, man. I don't know. It might be. If you think of things that aren't getting sensation like a human, which Whitley Strieber says these grays can't experience things the way we can, it could be, I got to attach myself. Oh, and I got to go through your perception. So first I make sure my minions groom you with movie images or TV or whatever. Demons, aliens, right? And then me, a gray, stupid blob that doesn't get to experience things and is in another dimension that can watch your brain patterns. I can see how you've been patterned. I go, this guy has been programmed with alien bullshit. And then I can use your own fucking ocular system to project what I want to project through your fucking stupid eyes, even though I'm just a blob, and make you see whatever I want you to see. That's what I think they do. But like I said, that might be a good way you put it, dude. Trey from Philly, Derp in the free world. Where do you live that's free? Do you live on another planet? All right. I was in gate program as a boy. Turns out they put me in special ed immediately after because I didn't follow orders well. I test high for IQ. Thanks, Gober. What is your IQ test at? Yeah, if the whole purpose is you follow an order. That's why we have, again, we only have kindergarten because 70% of people don't want to pull the trigger on another human being. It's the only reason we ever had public school. They never gave a fuck about that until they realized people who are too attached to mother and family aren't going to just go to war. Kurp, you've been a fan since RW. Oh, Race Wars. I wish you'd be more charitable because Catholicism has done a lot of good in the world and I think you would appreciate. Sure. Listen, man, if you ever meet like a Catholic priest that's educated, they're a delight. And my friend Tom Shalhoub's a Catholic and James McCann's a fucking adult, as weird as that is. James is an adult convert to Catholicism. And he solved the mystery of the sex cult thing that I couldn't solve. So a lot of Catholics are fucking delightful. Here's my issue. I don't respect the authority. The same thing I tell my mother, because Jehovah's Witnesses, I have to say, for most part, I had nice friends, dude, and all the trouble I could get into, I didn't get in because I had associates that were nice, like Christian-hearted kids. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't hate that part of it. What I do hate is I'm not respecting your authority if you let kids get fucking victimized in your supposed sacred thing. So it's not that I don't like the members of it. I only talk shit when they're being anti-Semitic. I'll talk that shit because you have no call to look down on a Jew if you're Catholic. You just don't. You save it, motherfucker. Save all your hatred of Jews if you're Catholic, because they're all in and out together. That's the only point I want to get across. Don't trust a single fucking institution. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's what I get at. But I get along with everybody, you know? I only don't get along with people where I'm going to be poisoned to their power structure. I don't mean that in a grandiose way. I just mean like, you know, like if Tony Hinchcliffe is hanging out in the green room and wants to talk about golf and watches he got, then I'm not a good guy to be in there. You know what I'm saying? Even though I like him, I'm not going to be cool. I don't care about your fucking. I don't care about that shit. I don't understand how anybody does. I never have. Maybe it's something wrong with me. I'm not saying anybody else is bad for it. Okay. But I mean, it's not me. Okay. If Atlantis was made of. Hey, what if Atlantis was made of hot dogs? Okay, that's good. I like that. Okay. 1933. Okay, so I just watched the whole thing about that. So that was some festival of the history of Jews in the world, and they're showing the whole. So in the Bible, they're getting in trouble for doing human sacrifice many times, right? And that's why that was in that. It was some weird. So you got to understand, to set up a show like that, a bunch of people are not in on it. You get it? They're all like, "Oh, this is just showbiz and showmanship," and it only takes a couple of weird fucks that are directing the ritual aspect. And I suspect the way you figure out is like something that makes no sense, but they're adhering to really hard as a rule. But you can't figure out what logic. Like if you any industry you work in, right, and you're like, for some reason we got to do this thing that makes no fucking sense, money wise, whatever. I'll bet you can find another reason that's really creepy, and it has to do with this Twilight language programming shit. And so, yeah, they're showing this thing from the Bible, but why would you reenact that part, which is crazy, of the baby to mold? It's just nuts. And there is a reason, because of resonance. That's how you do spells. And all resonance, I think, is Bondi Beach, false flag from fucking Israel. Why would I, as an American, give a fuck about Australia like that? We got a dozen shootings a week here. Oh, because Bondi has a resonance with Pam Bondi, right? So if I'm going to pick my false flag spot and I'm thinking of how to psychologically manipulate, I'm going to pick that beach. And plus, there's corrupt Australian cops there that won't show up, much like the IDF is going to follow orders and let October 7th happen and then complain later, but they're going to follow orders in the moment. That's resonance. That's what resonance does for you. I'm doing research for my next book. In your professional opinion, how many dongs does Cerberus have? That is a question that's haunted. Boy, the two-headed dog, is hard. I bet you Cerberus has 3 heads?
I think so.
I thought it was a two-headed dog. Oh, maybe it does have 3, because I was watching someone try to say the MTV2 dog was Cerberus, but that's only 2 heads. Maybe that's why I'm mistaken. Happy New Year, Kurt. Have you noticed that these alien eyes are similar to the anime girl eyes? The Japanese are very shamanistic people. Yeah, there's something you'll hear in these UFO stories, especially when they're from an earlier time. They keep saying they thought they were Oriental from a distance. When you could say that term for right, and it has something to do with Tibetan lamas and shit. When I listen to Whitley Strieber, I imagine Dybbuk's and I imagine people that transhumaned in some way. Think about how when the worst thing can happen to you is to have your legacy destroyed, right? All these people are concerned about their legacy, their fucking Ozymandias ruined, or right side of history. That's heaven for atheists. Right side of history, heaven is where the good atheists go. That's a form of apotheosis. So if I invent a religion as a stupid con man wizard, and everybody remember L. Ron Hubbard achieved it, right? They call it a pod. That's John McCain. If you watch the Dave Chappelle special, which I enjoyed, and people have all the whatever things they think are weird, but nobody picked this out. Stevie Wonder asked him to just go to John McCain's funeral and pay respects for him, Stevie Wonder. And Dave goes, I mean, it's Stevie Wonder, so I did it. And I don't think it's one of Dave's fake stories. I think he did it because what's his name? Dion. I'm forgetting Dion's last name. I fucking love that dude too. Black guy comic in the Old Spice commercials. He was just on Drink Champs talking about Stevie Wonder ain't shit because he stole a girl from him. Dion, whatever. He's a good dude, man. Anyway, he was talking about Stevie Wonder. People say Stevie can see. I don't think Stevie can see. He's got a bunch of people, and he's a blind fucking schemer, and he can make it look like he's magical. And he's
Dion Cole?
Dion Cole. Yo, Drink Champs, Dion Cole tells a fucking. If you look up Dion Cole and Drink Champs talking about Stevie can see, it's a funny fucking story because Stevie Wonder stole a girl from him, and then later like called him over and he didn't want to and made him come over and he goes, I know you're still mad at me about that girl. Like he just felt Dion Cole didn't like him for that and then cursed him out. It's one of the funniest stories I ever heard. But that's a guy, that's a blind man using that's a fucking wizard, that motherfucker. Okay. He's friends with Obama, right? He could ask Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's mother used to work for the State Department. You know that? That's why Dave Chappelle in that special is complaining about how Trump fired government workers. Because why would you vote Democrat unless you're employed by the fucking government? That's who most of the Democrat, even the entertainers, are CIA employees. You understand? So Dave, who excellent shit he said about Israel, good for him. Dave still believes in Boule shit deep down a little bit. I have never talked to him deeply about it. Okay, but it was interesting watching him talk about it. Like I would tell everybody, whatever, get over racial shit and get over the loyalty to skin color. That shit don't mean fucking shit. I don't know how many ways they can look at Joaquin and Boaz, the pillars of Freemasonry behind me. If you still believe in that shit, you're a chump. There's two races on the planet, nothing to do with skin color. There's one race that's like hypnotic and fucking thinks they're inbred children of dragons for some reason. I suspect they're lying, but I don't know. Happy New Year, Kurt. You notice these alien. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's it. Check out Discworld Universe and Symbolism. I played that game and I didn't get through it because I don't like point and click adventures. That's Terry Pratchett. Yeah, I don't think the Earth is flat. By the way, let's say I've been derping off in my workplace bathroom. Can't. I don't tell my fans. Yeah, don't tell them. They're not going to understand. This info derp I just dropped before the new year. They're not going to understand. All right, that was a good derp. Thanks, thank you, Mark, and thanks to Sam and to fucking Jay. I love that dude. His channel's great too, and he finds good research. And he's not a. One thing I'll say for Jay that I know for sure, he ain't working for Mossad, and I mean that's hard to find in today's UFO world, ain't it? Because most of them are gonna. I mean, even Whitley Strieber is making love to the demon alien from that Golem movie we learned today. All right, you guys got derped. Happy New Year. I'll see you on maybe tomorrow if we get Professor Zhang.